Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stop the waiting and begin with this matchup. It's a 2-0 matchup between Thunder Logic and Third Impact. Both of these two teams have secured a Mountain Dew League relegation at the very least. But both of these two teams have Mountain Dew League aspirations, and the quickest way to the MDL is straight through and winning advanced. One of these two teams will get ever closer by winning this matchup here today.
Yeah, we've got the winners semifinals, or the upper bracket semifinals, between two of arguably the best teams in advance. Maybe kinship here as well, but we at least got RBG, Third Impact, and Thunder Logic. Obviously, a lot of us are hoping to see Big Chillin' as well. But hey, couldn't ask for a better matchup. The Third Impact side have looked unbeatable in their playoff run. Thunder Logic haven't viewed too much of their matchup history, but we've got the map picks already. It is Overpass picked by, I believe it is Thunder Logic, and Third Impact opt to take Nuke. Two maps that I have to say both of the teams are really good on. Third Impact currently 4-0 in Overpass. They're also 5-2 on Nuke. Same with Thunder Logic, 5-1 in Overpass and 5-2 on Nuke. So this is going to be a really close matchup. Mirage being that final map pick, I think Third Impact, if it does go there, and it may as well just go there, they might be able to take that looking at their record sitting at 3-0 and Thunder Logic only 2 for 2.
I feel like Third Impact's record on Overpass is a little less than what you see over on Thunder Logic, but I think that these two teams have a very overlapping map pool. We see all three maps that these two teams play. The maps that got banned. Dust 2, nobody particularly likes to play it. Yeah. Thunder Logic will play it more so than Third Impact. Train, another map that these two teams will not play unless absolutely forced to. And the one map that I don't think either of these teams really play at all is Vertigo. That's something we haven't seen the entirety of our playoffs, and even the regular season too, for me at least. I haven't seen Vertigo for the entirety of Season 34.
I mean, Thunder Logic, they played Vertigo 2 times this season, went 2 on it, so they're not too awful at Vertigo, but when it comes to that Impact, you've already got their bans. They're not playing Vertigo. They know Thunder Logic don't like to play Train because they know they haven't played and then it comes down to Dust 2. Neither of these teams like Dust 2. They're in Thunder Logic, I have to say, a much better team than Third Impact on Dust 2. They're not going to risk a map pit like that. Play to your strengths, not your opponent's weaknesses, and that's what both of these teams are doing. Both are confident on Overpass and Nuke, but then it comes down to Mirage, where I think Third Impact definitely have that kind of slight edge over their opponents. We'll see if we do go there, and honestly, this is a series that could either go 2-0 in a very close matchup, I think, in the way of Third Impact, or we're going to see insanely close matches, and then we head to Mirage, where that's going to be even just as close.
I'm of the mind that we're going to see 3 maps, but I think it could end 2-0 in either fashion as well. With the map pool overlapping so well for both these two teams, each map that is played, can easily go the way of one team or the other. It's going to be close throughout, but I think a lot of it's going to come down to who has the better communication today and who is hitting their shots. Because when it all comes down to it, both these teams have the strategies, they have the map knowledge on these maps. These are maps that require a lot of team play, particularly Overpass and especially on Nuke. So, for both of these two squads, they're going to need their communication, their team play and coordination to be top-notch if they are actually able to push these maps over the line. And for one of these two teams, take the map away from their opponent's map pick. Because the goal is to win it 2-0. It's easier, you don't have to worry about that third map. It's a lot better, and you also get less burnt out.
Yeah, well, Thunder Logic, it all starts here on the pistol round. They're on the T side of Overpass, the least favorable side, but I have to say, nowadays, Overpass, it's really indistinguishable from if it's a CT side or T side map. I mean, teams have elevated their style. A lot of players know what they're doing, especially common strategies like getting that water control, fighting down connector, and it's all about how Third Impact want to respond, and they're doing it absolutely horribly in this one. I hate to say it, all 5 players towards this B side, thankfully they get this early aggression. This gives them so much information. They know that now this is going to be an A side execution, and I haven't seen this almost ever in Overpass. A 5-on-5 A-site retake is now going to commence.
It does happen every so often, but it's not a commonality. The bomb plant already coming through from Thunder Logic means that they've already won the pistol round in my mind. They can get a nice full buy in the next round with Galils, especially if they get some kills here. Although I think the Glocks at close range are going to favor the now defending back to the side. Oh, T. Connors will open things up with 1. JoJo answers back. Brian 2K with 1 more. Dayton George, however, will trade it out. It's a 3v2 now in favor of Third Impact, making a 3v1 and a 3v none as JoJo and Insane hit all the heads they need. The bomb plant comes through, but only 1 kill means Thunder Logic will not be on a force buy next round, full of Galils and full of AKs. They could go for a force buy, sure, but it won't be as potent, full of utility, and full of rifles as it would be otherwise if they actually got the kills they needed. So right now, third impact, they might have let the bomb plant go through, but only losing one player on that retake puts them in an extremely good position to shut down Thunder Logic on this most likely ensuing force buy.
And I'm curious to know which team actually called this pause. I have to assume Thunder Logic. What could be the issue? It does feel like it could be attack pause looking at Shaniak's ping. It's at 100, but it does actually seem to be attack. Maybe, okay, there it is. So it is going to be Shaniak who has 100 ping. Not too sure what the issue is. I know there are a lot of storms going on around the East Coast. I don't know where exactly Shaniak resides, but I'm assuming that he might be having some internet issues. But third impact, that's just a flawless retake. JoJo coming up huge with a double. CT, Connors, and Dane George, players that you're early on going to start to take notice. I've got written down statistics. Dane is probably the best fragger that third impact have overall. He's been stepping up huge. T Connors right behind him, and JoJo as well. Insane and Viz, the two new guys step into this roster. Insane, obviously being the IGL, is a little bit lackluster in his fragging, but that's because he's got the stress of being an IGL, so it's expected from him to not necessarily be the best performer. But early on in this matchup, you've seen that piss round. He comes up huge with that kill, and now Viz has nothing to show for it, but that doesn't really matter. He gives up his life, creates an opening for his team, and Thunder Logic, I think in this moment, not only are they going to try and resolve Shaniak's ping, but they also got to talk about third impact. They know that this is a map they as well are very good at. If they've done their research, they know third impact or a lethal team on a map like Overpass, and they have to be very careful as to how they want to play this. If they step in the wrong direction, if they take one misstep, it could all go spiraling down on this T side.
Oh, indeed. And if you let a CT team just get out of control early on, things will continue to spiral out worse and worse for you. If third impact get out to a massive lead, it's going to make things so much easier once they go to their offense. We see so many times in advanced teams on their T sides just do so much work. But I think the thing comes down to it too, is they usually get out to a strong start. The teams that do well on their T sides don't usually have a very stumbling start. And third impact kind of fell flat on their face after grabbing the ball. So they just caught the football. They have a wide open 30 yards to the end zone, and they just fell.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened for Thunder Logic right there. They had a beautiful catch, a beautiful pass, and then just failed in the actual execution of getting it into the end zone and crossing that touchdown line. Third impact with a brilliant retake. I mean, you go back and watch that retake. There was no utility from either side. That was pure aim. And close range against the Glocks, you don't normally see the USPs and the P2000s winning those duels.
Yeah, I mean, third impact, a team that, to be completely honest, a lot of them I overlooked them really hard in the regular season. I saw they had a very flat record. I think it was 11 or 12-4, I want to say is what their record was. Something of the sort. I know they placed top 4. And in my mind, I'm thinking third impact, probably going to make MDL relegation. If not, they're going to be super close. But, I mean, they absolutely smash it out of the park to get to this point. And third impact, they're looking to go even further to the winter finals, even challenge for a spot directly into MDL. A lot of people are saying we're going to see that big chillin' RBG final. We're going to see that RBG kinship final. But I'm honestly thinking we might have a third impact RBG final by the way this is playing out. And this map is huge, or this matchup is huge here for third impact. Thunder Logic, a huge blockade in front of them. They've got to get over it if they want to seal themselves as one of the top advanced teams. A team that came into this in the number 4 seed, not one of the best, probably had a very mediocre season in terms of superpowers in advance, but here they are now. 6 maps they've won in a row to get to this point. Or maybe it was 4. I don't exactly know the math. I'm a little bit dumb in the head. But 4 maps in a row they've won to get to this point. All were basically walks in the park, a little bit of memeing along the way. But here's their biggest hurdle that they've got to get over, and it's Thunder Logic with the powerhouse that they were once in MDL.
I mean, for third impact, they had a little bit of struggle against Big Chillin', but then again, it is Big Chillin'. And while Big Chillin' might have bowed out in the lower bracket following that loss, it is still a team with a lot of promise and a lot of firepower, a lot of potential. So you look at third impact and you're like, all right, they had a pretty good run. Thunder Logic, however, they didn't have the easiest of bouts. They had, I guess, a decent first round draw against 26 Rising, and I think Thunder Logic on paper and definitely showed in the match were the better team in that matchup. The real test came against Kinship, and they 2-0'd Kinship on these first 2 maps of Overpass and Nuke by a score of 16-11 on both those maps. So this is a Kinship team that a lot of us were surprised to see at the top, but we're also more surprised to see bow out in the second round of the upper bracket.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of upsets going on, obviously. RBG, or not RBG, Kinship getting knocked out early. Big chillin', seeing an early exit in the lower bracket. A lot of crazy stuff going on. And especially, I think it was actually Supernova or Exakasi Esports, the Koala New Fluky duo, took out Imperium Gaming super early on. A team that I saw with a lot of promise in Mythic League, having a very close game against a team like Team 1. They were a team that I didn't expect to go to that lower bracket in that first round. So this advanced season, a lot of it has been flipped on its head. We expected to see teams that were so dominant in this season cruise through this. Kinship at a hard time. Thunder Logic, not as hard, but they also have well struggled in their past couple of matches. 16-11, and almost every single map that they've played are 16-12 in these playoffs. So, I mean, this is a really tough playoff series to call, and a lot of people predicted to see that RBG Kinship finish, that top 4 placement of Third Impact, RBG Kinship, and even Big Chillin', but we've got a complete reversal of the roles, and it's Third Impact and Thunder Logic that are resuming this play, and we're getting into round number 2 with a bomb plant allowing the T's to finally buy something up and try to respond against TI.
It's not as good as it could have been, though, if they actually got more kills out of that round. They got 4 kills with Galil's on, or rifles on 4. Galil's and AKs mattered around, but instead it's going to be a full B plant again. A stack from Third Impact, this time out towards A, are very passive on B. Sharky will do a little bit of damage onto T Connors, but he will get the kill and get the bomb plant will come through from Thunder Logic. That was at least mission 1 of their 3-phase plan. Get the bomb down, get the kills, and then win the round is eventually Brian goes right to the smoke, and that's just going to lead to all 5 Third Impact players coming from the same angle on the board, and it's just going to be another mop-up solo. It's just kills going back the way of the CT side. Bomb plant will come through. Insane's going to stick it. Pure should not be getting a kill here. This angle. And, well, 2 rounds in a row for Third Impact, only losing 1 player apiece. But the only problem is they keep allowing these bomb plants from Thunder Logic, and that's not a sustainable economic plan.
And the Thunder Logic with that bomb plant allows them to buy just a little bit more in this round. You expect to see that save. Sharky, though, buys Kevlar and Helmet. Expect to see maybe a pistol dropped over to him, or maybe he even buys up the Deagle. He goes for the Tech 9 instead, so he's going to go for a fast play alongside Anderson with that Deagle. Thunder Logic, either it's fast or it's going to be very tactically slow. Anderson beats the nades, though, and this is what they're looking for. Aggressiveness up towards the fountain, and Shaniak is just going to lurk back towards water, trying to catch players going in towards the connector side. Nothing so far, but Anderson's got a great opening onto Insane. A bomb site is weakened severely, and Third Impact are already slowly but surely drawing rotations back. T Connors, think he's going to start slowly rotating based on his movement alongside the MP9 and Vis. Thunder Logic early on doing a great job of pulling players from Third Impact from that B bomb site, and now they're going to slow things down, allow that bomb to work back towards B, and Anderson's got another headshot into JoJo. Down 2 players go, and Sharky could do even more damage here with his Tech 9.
Still, the bomb has not made a move, holding in the hands of Brian, watching for the monster angle. He'll now toss it away, but it's a 5v3 for Thunder Logic, and they have the ball in their court, and they are just passing it around Third Impact, who are stuck in the middle of nowhere with no real way to make a move. They take a fight and they lose 1 more player, a 5v2 is almost unwinnable. They're going to have to hedge their bets that Dangerous T Connors, their top 2 players, can hold this down. But they're all stuck in limbo. It's going to be a 5-man onslaught from Thunder Logic. Smoke in towards jump up. Flashbang is not there. It's only the smoke. But Danger is not able to get anything. And Brian 2K will also take down Viz. As Pure will do a lot of damage. T Connors will fall as well. And nothing comes to fruition from Third Impact at all. They do not have money to buy into this next round either. And Thunder Logic have just won an eco round essentially with half buy.
It had to come at some point. The way they were playing, the tactics they were going for. I mean, persistence is key, and Thunder Logic have finally broken the seal of Third Impact's defense. Fully financially resetting them. They've got to save here in order to buy up in the next. It's a smart economic decision. You can find damage here. But that round with Thunder Logic winning off of pistols and walking away with so many weapons in their hands. I mean, they've got 2 M4s. They've got 2 FAMASs and an MP9. They didn't spend a dime on that round, and they walked away with everything. Third Impact have got nothing to show for it. Hardly anything can be happening in this round for the match. As Brian 2K leads the charge so far with the MP9. There are 2 players pressed up close, and Viz is P250 is truly the only saving grace that they've got. The smoke fades, and he's got the bomb down already. Brian 2K goes down early on. He might find a second, but Shaniak up from Connector spotted him and dealt even more damage than Sane sits on 7 and Viz on 33.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen a T side with exclusively CC weapons, but it should still work out fine for Thunder Logic. Third Impact will be happy with their 1 kill, but I don't think they'll get much more than that. Viz down to 5 as Insane was taking out the bomb, rotating back towards B. Smart move. Oh, and Shawniak's going to get taken down extremely low, does not return fire onto Viz. And the Deagle from T. Connors is actually going to take him down in the end. There's a Moss being picked up as well for Third Impact. They can realistically go for this retake and try and return the favor against Thunder Logic. It's not necessarily a high percentage round, but there is still a chance here. The 2 players could get caught out as the push in. Dangerous and Viz will fall. Just T. Connors and JoJo left alive. JoJo on the flank might be one distraction for T. Connors, but it seems that Tom Connors' health will not be there too much longer. He's getting tagged down lower and lower. Okay, JoJo, there's a chance now. Wait, they haven't realized JoJo's back?
I think they do now. They have to realize Pierre was looking in his direction. JoJo now behind the pillar. Sharky dancing with them. JoJo looking for damage. Just got these players on the site. They might just lose their lives here. Sharky, Shirley, Pierre might stay alive. Oh no, they both go down. Thunder Logic. They've got the round, but they've got nothing else but it. All players go down early on, and that's room to call that attack boss for either of these teams. Third Impact have got to make this decision. What's the buy going to look like to try and fully reset Thunder Logic? We saw a scout bot up here from the T side. I'm wondering if Sharky's going to go for it. It's at his feet, but he hasn't invested into anything else just yet. And Third Impact, this is their chance. Snap Thunder Logic and break their bank. Money is low on Pierre and Shonix at 2.3. The money is almost completely gone here for the T side. They've got just enough if they lose this round to buy, but Third Impact, a huge swing round coming up. Insane can opt to buy an M4 from Moss and go for utility. And this is their real chance. JoJo on the up, the #1 opper in advance. He's got the most kills, and he's just stepped into this role. We'll see if he can shine again on the opper, saving of overpass. But Thunder Logic know how important this round is going to be.
Indeed they do, and Shawniak is such a good opper. One of the best in advanced. He does not have his big green gun, thanks in large part to that misbuy from Pure, who ended up buying a scout. Good jump take from Viz, and the kill through the smoke onto the aforementioned Shawniak will be a good first pick for Third Impact at the cost of nothing as well. JoJo, the counterpart to Inshaniak, has the big green for Third Impact, and he's going to be playing out towards long A as well, and it seems that's where Thunder Logic want to make their move. JoJo will spot the utility, will take a flash, but he'll have a smoke to counter this and move a little more aggressively. Insane is there with JoJo, and Insane actually had a very, very good series against Big Chillin' for Third Impact as well. So he might be the IGL, but he can definitely pop off when the need arises. JoJo makes a wise decision, doesn't peek out, doesn't get caught out by Anderson, who might double down here, and indeed he will. Double entry to the A site, 4-3 now in favor of Thunder Logic. Rotations will come in fast and furious. Plant will come through from the T side, and now, and that might just be a save call from Third Impact, as they really have no leg back into this, no money to contest, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yep, no kit, hardly any util. They've got 2 smokes and an A, not worth the risk. Great double entry from Anderson overall. Thunder Logic finds success on their T side. This is heating up as Third Impact. They realize they can't really do much once Thunder Logic have got the rifles on their side, and it's looking difficult. TL rolling over this Third Impact A defense. JoJo, he's been caught out so many times in that position. A lot of uppers are caught in that position, standing next to the APC between it and the dice, and you're just looking the completely wrong direction towards Fountain or towards middle in the bathrooms instead of reaching out towards long, and that's what happens. Anderson gets that double entry unchecked, unpunished, and they're going to pay for it dearly with a round. Third Impact, another eco being played out here. They've got the 3 rifles to work with, but that's really all about they've got, and Thunder Logic looking to pounce once more and get this 4th.
It's definitely prime real estate for Thunder Logic now to take a significant lead and a chance for even more over Third Impact. It might have started off well for the CT side. Is Shotty gonna block? Am I just reading this wrong?
Is he tripping? And Shawnee?
Am I tripping?
He's running back. I don't think he can buy.
No, it's too late.
Oh my god. Oh my god. If they lose this round, I'm gonna laugh.
This reminds me of the clip where it's like Skadoodle never makes mistakes.
Yeah,
Skadoodle doesn't have a gun.
Who's the best player in NA? Oh, I think it's Skadoodle because Skadoodle doesn't make it. Oh no, and Shawniak. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I
guess his economy's even with everybody else.
He's the opper as well. He's the offer. And Shania could have, or Anderson could have bought him. Sharky could have bought him. He's too shy, I think. He's like, I don't want to bother my teammates with asking for a buy-in. Well, they locked out in this round. Thunder Logic walk into an empty B bomb site. They're at impact. This is probably already a save call. Let Jojo and Insane try and do some hunting. And in Shaniak, he's tossing nades, not throwing bullets because he's only got a pea shooter. But third impact now. It's a save from these 3 rifles, surely. Just let the Deagle and the P250 go hunting. There's really not much else you can do. And Thunder Logic will have the 4th round, thankfully. And Shaniak doesn't have to do much with his Glock.
I'm surprised that third impact keep going for gamble stacks. I get having, say, aggression with the pistols and then playing passive, but I don't understand the idea of just trying to go for the gamble stack instantly when you have 3 rifles behind your buy. You could win the round with those 3 rifles, but instead they just elect to go for the full save. The Insane might actually catch the offer con. Don't think there's enough time for it now, but still, a little interesting there from Third Impact. Their CT side has been unorthodox, to say the least, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm a fan of it, probably because it hasn't exactly put up results that were a quantifiable factor. Yes, they won the first 2 rounds, but you're not going to be able to rely on that kind of a win consistently, especially once the guns come out. And now, we see that big green gun come out slowly, and Shaniak has just picked up the AWP.
It's a lot less of an Opera's Haven on the T side, but it's still good enough, right? And Shaniak really good on the op, and there's a reason why Thunder Logic picked overpasses their map picks. We'll have to see if Shaniak can step up with a big green gun. But Third Impact, no ops. Insane could have easily bought one. Dangerous could have easily bought one, but they're not going to risk it. Jojo, I feel like early on is starting to struggle just a tad bit, feeling the pressure of an upper bracket semifinal, and that's why he's not going for that AWP. You see a lot of it, and a lot of high-level players, the pressure starts to build on you. You can't really hit your shots with the op, and it's a lot easier to hit, or to have a chance of hitting 30 bullets, one of those being a headshot, and the other being a body shot, than hitting one crisp op shot, and that's what Jojo's thinking. He's going for the M4 in the double long play. Look how far out he is. He's caught a player in T. Connors jumping up and down, and that's the second time that's happened at Third Impact. A player caught looking the wrong way, exposes himself to Anderson, and he's already got an opening towards B.
Seems the bomb's going A, though it's all distraction. Anderson might be rocking his doom. Indeed, he does. Leg show right through that smoke. Easy kill for Dangerous. The flank from Jojo is going to have to help Insane massively, because the rest of Thunder Logic are walking into A uncontested. But actually, Jojo's just been spotted by a rifle against the op. It's Jojo who wins that against his counterpart. And he'll actually win that with the M4 instead. Man advantage now returns to Third Impact. The push is coming from Sharky over the bank, but both Fizz and Insane go off, and they take down 2 simultaneously, leaving Pure Redfish out towards long. He is isolated. He's been flashed away. The defuse should be coming through, and Third Impact might be striking back here with a very clean round. Pure will walk to his doom as Fizz will double down on the round, and a free op for Jojo as well will help Third Impact massively. AKs on the 3 riflers, and they bring it back to within 1.
Much needed around there for Third Impact. Thunder Logic have the money to respond though. Want to see a fast play. You haven't really tested the waters of a full B rush, and this is kind of the stage where you might want to go for it. I wouldn't be surprised again if we see Anderson leaving alert towards the A site, but it could just be a full commitment, and I was hoping it would be, but instead they're going back to their default plays. Hasn't really worked out in the past, but we'll see if it works this time around. Third Impact, a great adjustment made in Brian 2K, flying in connector Dangerous towards Toxic, and we see Third Impact spread amongst again, leaving Jojo to do this. Got a great offer. Jojo, he's good indeed, but on the map like Overpass, the pressure again starts to mount, but here comes his B8. It is indeed going to be a B rush, but not in the speed that we expected. The nade from T. Collins is great onto Sharky, but then the response back. Fizz has popped up from underpass or from the waters, and he's already got a kill to kick off this retake. The bomb needs to make its way towards the site. Got a player in the smoke at Toxic, and T. Connors, as that smoke fades, has spotted him out. It's a smoke that he dropped himself, and Thunder Logic lost as Peter tries to switch things back to the spotted play, but Insane has made that switch on over. A double kill, and Thunder Logic are stunned as a 4-4 scoreline commences.
They might be stunned, but they are not stopped. They still have a full buy here. They can get the rifles and utility that they need. However, Third Impact's last few rounds have been with minimal casualties, so their economy is not too shabby either. 5k on Jojo and Insane, Dangerous at 3850. So overall, Third Impact are not in a terrible spot, and in fact, if they can win this round, Thunder Logic should be on at least a half 5 the next round. Of course, their money is building to the point where Lost Bonus will keep them on a buy. I think that's the bomb down, but it's a full off the smoke. Brian 2K drops T. Connors out in heaven. Biz will pop through, trying to be a swift of his own. 2 kills for him and maybe a third. He's on 19 health points, but he's going to take down Brian 2K before he falls at the very least. And Shaniak and Anderson, the last two alive for Thunder Logic. Jojo might be caught out in heaven. This is his shot. Will still live to tell the tale for now. Insane holding down as Jojo snipes Anderson out of the picture. And it will be the 5th on the board for Third Impact. 3 straight for them, countering the 4 in a row from Thunder Logic. But it still seems that Thunder Logic could get a decent buy-up, considering 3 of their players can buy rifles. And Mac 10's not too bad, especially for another B rush.
It is, yep. See this a lot when a player's got a hefty amount of cash on them. Hero, AK-47, and the best thing is Anderson. He's still got enough money for next round to buy. Pierre, okay, a little bit of a love tap to Shaniak. Now's not the time to show your bromance. Now's the time to show your guns. But again, Jojo, the solo op, last night, saw this a lot from Chaos, where Vanity would sit tight on this A-bombs, they buy himself in the AWP. I'm not going to compare Jojo to Vanity, because clearly one's better than the other. And while I do love Jojo, Vanity definitely a little bit better on that AWP, especially on a map like Overpass. And then you see this rotation made. Steel was here to help out Vanity when they played against CI game. That's what they're doing here at Third Impact. Insane now arriving to the scene to help his teammate out. Just in the back of the site, play these crossfires. You can hold Thunder Logic back for these Deagles. We've seen what they can do in the hands of these players, and you still have to be very scared if you're Third Impact.
Oh, indeed you do. They still have plenty of Molotovs, though. 4 in Hain, as a matter of fact. Jojo will toss 1 out. And up against the Pistols, it should be the round 1 by Third Impact, in theory. But the Deagles of Thunder Logic are ever deadly, and Anderson has that Hero AK as well. We've seen what he's been able to do earlier on. It's actually be purified. 1 kill towards Optimus, another much bit of damage towards Bane. T. Connor's only good for 1 as Anderson will get another with his AK. Bomb going down now as Viz and Dangerous have to bring this all back. They're both coming from underpass stairs. And while health might be low on 2 of these players... Okay, that's a lucky spray from Viz.
Yeah, a random spray.
He's dead. Sure. Oh, I thought Anderson pushed that smoke.
Comes the swing, 1v2 for Viz. It's a 1-on-1, and Anderson... He has to dart. He has to duck. There's a smoke, though, here for Viz. The bomb is planted for Anderson, but the bomb is not even smoked off in Viz. He baits him out with the tap, and Anderson takes it. Hook, line, and sinker. Third Impact. That's a messy round, Lamont. That is not a round that should have gone like that, and Thunder Logic know it as well. That's reward for them. The bomb planted down. 4 players lost. And that's huge for the side of Thunder Logic. The money is there, and Third Impact are lackluster in that one, to say the least. Viz has still got 7K, but the money, again, it's slowly but surely dwindling. Yes, they look healthy at the moment, but they lose this round. Here comes the swing after.
I mean, last season, Viz was on a team with Grape and a couple other players on Polar Race when they went 1-2 in the advanced playoffs. That team had a lot of potential, and Viz was their second best fragger, second to Grape, in that team. This is looking like Viz of those days. He is absolutely nuts right now. Jojo? That's a risky peek. He has to go for something there, but he goes down instead. Starting and shot those double mollies will knock it down water as he'll take down Anderson, looking for more as well. He spots out Pure behind the dice, drops the molly towards the Optimus truck. And he will wait for the rotations coming into the line, but Shaniak is watching it.
What?
He will take down 1 more. He's going to be getting traded out, as it is Viz and T. Connors now. But T. Connors on 14 points of health is pretty much a human decoy at this point. And he's out for down for the count. Viz does not clear the right corner. And Pure will help out and finish the round for Thunder Logic, as they finally get their 5th on the board. 2 4-round streaks in a row for both teams, and, well, the money not too shabby for Third Impact. They can still buy up. Dangerous relegated to an MP9. But other than that, it's a pretty comparable buy on both sides. Just a bit of lacking utility for Third Impact on Dangerous, and T. Connors insane as well. The Mac 10, even on Shark, yeah, surprising one for a Mac 10.
Third Impact. Again, that swing round that I mentioned, they lose that last one. Here is the swing now. And Jojo, aggressive offer indeed. It's a spray, though, from Dangerous that has salvaged this round, I feel like, for them. It's a great trade, though, from Kieran Anderson, but it's Viz who's arrived at the right moment, and Shaunik's now left alone in this 1 versus 2. We saw Jojo make a catastrophic mistake in the last round that almost, and it did indeed cost his team the round entirely. He can go for those instant peeks, try and get that information, but when you're so pressed up and you don't know where they can be, and they're right in front of your face, that peek is too risky. This time around, though, he's gotten aggressive, gone for early information, and now it's just in Shaunik in a 1-on-2 clutch. He's been phenomenal so far in this match. in terms of fragging power, playing behind his teammates, trying to get those instant trades. But here's where he's really got a shine. He's up against Viz, a player that's been very lackluster in the season, but has now stepped up on Overpass, and Insane as well. The two new guns on this roster up against Inshaniak. Who comes out on top? I think Third Impact have got this one on lockdown.
I feel like this is a round that either of these two players could win, especially with the fact that Inshaniak still has to get the bomb down. Nobody on Third Impact has to make a move until they hear that bomb tick sound. They don't have to make a move until they hear the beep. Until then, just bide your time and wait. Try and go together. If you pincer in on Inshaniak, he's probably not going to be able to flick around 180 the second guy. Chances are he's not going to be able to do that. And actually, Inshaniak goes aggressive there, walks right into Viz. So it doesn't even come down to the pincer. It was a perfect setup, though, from both Viz and Insane. Each angle of dice was covered. If it was a plant towards Optimus, it would have been a swing from both angles as well. Either way, very, very good work from Third Impact in that 1v2. Playing it perfectly, playing it together, and not over-aggressive. That's the most important part about what they did there. They didn't over-aggress, they didn't over-peek, they didn't give up their positions. And Inshaniak had to clear those angles because he didn't know where anybody was, and he couldn't risk going for the plant and getting swung on by both angles. So he takes the fight, he doesn't win it. Good work, good teamwork and coordination from Third Impact as they move within one round of the half. And while Thunder Logic, they're not in the best buy, but we've seen them do more with less.
It's all about if Thunder Logic can find a sixth here. They've got pistols. I don't think this is going to be around they find six. It's not too bad of a T-side half, though, right? 5 rounds already. You've got 2 more to play with. Don't sweat it. Next round's your chance to get to 6 and possibly even 7. But I think Third Impact almost guaranteed to take this round. I feel like it's a fast A play, though. Great A play. So much early damage. Molotov. Insane is going to try and get aggressive. Jojo on the side. It's a great setup so far. But Brian to get up close with the Mac 10. Pierre steals that kill away from him. But somehow, some way, I might have jinxed this entire match. Thunder Logic, I said the next was their chance at 6, but could be this one. Dangerous through this steel paneling has got one. Jojo on low HP does manage a kill, and Dangerous catching Sharky mid-open and in the air. Jojo still swinging. He's on 28, but he doesn't really give a damn. And now he's finally gone down here. But Dangerous knows his location, and it's not going to be a 6 here for Thunder Logic. A great round, though, all things considered. An op can be bought up here by the side of an Impact, but it's a huge investment, and I don't think it's going to happen. And Thunder Logic, huge economic damage done. Win this round. They've got a chance to seal 7.
It's a timeout call, I believe, a tactical, and I would assume this is actually by Third Impact. Because that is not a round that should have been that close. And I think a big problem for them right now is that their A hold is way too passive. They're giving up so much map control to Thunder Logic that by the time you get the utility and everything, you have to fall all the way back and play a retake because you have no ground, you have no early information, you have no rotations coming up to help out. And I think for Third Impact, they're going to need to get a little aggressive here. They're going to need to get those information picks. Jojo finally has the op again. So he can go for Fountain, he could go for Con, he could play around Divider. There's a lot of things the op can do on the A site, but the thing is, too, it's a fine line between aggression and over-aggression. And if it gets to the point where it is Jojo just sticking around and getting mowed down by 3 players, then it's over-aggression. He does have a deagle with him. It's not going to be a rifle. That could be a little temper to the overall plans of Third Impact here. And it seems that it will be a more passive hold again, CT side. Viz, though, getting aggressive in the water, will get back away. Still good for 2 kills. The bomb drops to his feet as well. He'll back away. Pure and Anderson are coming in to recover the objective. But instead, they will go for the boost. Viz, though, spots out ahead, or gets spotted out, rather. The spam comes in. T. Connors drops that nade. And, well, it only does a combined 2 points of damage, so overall, lies a little bit flat.
Difficult situation here for Thunder Logic. A lot of times you want this water control, but in this case, you want anything but this. You're stuck, you're stagnant, and they've made a way out here. Anderson, again, he's been really good on these solo lurks, and this is a moment where he's got to be brilliant. All stuff is going to miss towards Toxic. That's going to be a huge hit. I think it spread just a tad bit to the feet of Inshaniak, or Insane, rather. They're slowly going to back away. Dangerous, changing his position up a little bit, backs away. Thunder Logic are looking to end on B here. Anderson, he misses that spray. What a spray it would have been there for T. Connors and Dangerous both finalizing kills here. And Inshaniak, he's not going to have a chance in this round. Insane is coming from behind. and it already looks like he's gonna have to save it up, but he'll be on $0. Maybe lose your life here. You've got a chance with the Mac 10 to the next round for a fast B play, and he's looking for these exits. They're giving him these 1v1s. He might have gotten the kill on the JoJo, and he might have had a chance, but it's not gonna be happening. 9-5 for third impact, and again, we go back to it. Can Thunder Logic find 6? Well, here's their last chance to get it.
They will have a bye. Everybody but Nishaniak. Brian 2K will also be limited to a Mac 10. Nishaniak will at the very least have a Galil. Anderson will have no utility. And third impact have all the trimmings of their dinner here. The op, 2 AKs, M4s, Molotovs in every single player. And even dual Berettas for Dame Doris. Looks like an A play though, and here comes JoJo swinging in with his teammates. 1-2 for JoJo, a third for Viz. The bomb at their feet. Insane locking down Connector, and Sharky left alone on a 1v5. Third impact looked to grab double digits on the first half of Overpass. A 10-5 half is definitely better than the average, and third impact will be more than happy with this result.
Oh, Sharky on 7 HP. Watch out, my friend. You might step a little bit too close to Molotov. 10-5, third impact. Oh no, Sharky. I literally said in the midst of it, watch out, don't step too close to the Molotov. And what does he do? He gets a tad bit too close. 5-10 though here. Thunder Logic with a pretty commanding lead. It's a very CT side map, though, all things considered. I said maybe a bit even, but by the way Thunder Impact played it, looked flawless. And by the way, I know they play the T side, definitely not the best. They've struggled in the past to find success. We'll have to see if it happens again. Thunder Logic with a great chance to pull this comeback off on their own map pick. We said it's either a 2-0 in a close series or a 2-1 in another close series. But again, Thunder Logic so far lackluster on that T side, and third impact, not a lot left to do. 6 more rounds to find, and they've got 15 to take this one, and Thunder Logic have got to get 10 in a row to at least secure overtime.
Well, so I'm looking over here at the match between your good boys, Koala Noob and Floki on Supernova versus Thunder Logic on Overpass. It was a 16-8 scoreline.
Yep.
And Thunder Logic had a streak of 9 rounds straight on the CT side to close it out.
Damn. All right, we'll see. Are you saying that Thunder Logic are gonna win this? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm not saying one thing either way, but I'm saying that their CT side is really good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you hear it here. Boggs is thinking Thunder Logic's gonna win. He's officially cast a curse this match. We're gonna have to see, but unfortunately, as NA things are in advance, we've got a little bit of a pause. I'm assuming maybe again it's gotta be the ping issues, and Shawniak looks to be fine, so perhaps
TeamSpeak or Discord.
It has to be, right? I mean,
or somebody's just in the bathroom and they readied up too early.
Think so?
It could happen.
That's an NA thing.
That would be an NA
that's
thing.
A JoJo thing. That's a JoJo thing.
That is a JoJo thing.
He told us. He was like, what if I only got 3 hours of sleep? And then he sent me, good thing I got 4 and 8 in a D. And you know, a lot normally in very weird culture, that is the no spot of a boy. And I was like, Jojo, what are you doing? So Jojo, it would be very, very keen of him to accidentally ready up when he's still taking a bathroom break or something. But thankfully we're back into it. It did feel like attack pause, maybe just a moment to breathe. Ready and level-headed yourselves as Thunder Logic, a much different setup from what we saw from the side of Third Impact. Instead of playing 5 towards B, they're committing a lot towards A, and Third Impact are met with a lot of resistance so far.
On the extra trade, but he gets run down by Dangerous. Damage dealt to Viz, and Insane is also a little bit low. But still, 4v3, making a 3v3 as Brian 2K is looking for that 2K. Tapping away for more damage. There's utility on him and Sharky, who both have nades. One nade will land perfectly. Brian gets a 3K. Will he get the 4th? Nade will follow through, but I think it's Sharky to finish this one off, as Insane is locked between the different angles, and it will be the pistol round, a clean pistol round for Thunder Logic, as both teams will win their CT pistols, the only difference being the fact that Bomb Plant came through for Thunder Logic. Third Impact failed to get those bomb digits in.
And it's got to be a save here. You've got a lead. You want to get into the rifle rounds. You want to test the waters to see how Thunder Logic play. The round was a catastrophe for the side of Thunder Logic at the very beginning. But then you look at Anderson and then Shawniak. The fact that they both stay alive for an extended amount of time. And Shawniak, especially towards the bathrooms, does a great job of keeping himself alive, allowing rotations to get back towards the A site. It's all won because Shawniak is alive in bathrooms for an extended period of time, gets that kill, and is able to keep himself intact with Third Impact. A P250 is all they've really got, and we've got to see if Thunder Logic can hold it back against the Glocks in this single upgraded pistol from JoJo. It's a quick spray down, and down goes the bomb. It's a mow down and a hoe down here for Shaniak. He's throwing hands, and he's throwing down. Anderson gets the final 2K. But it's a mop up there for Thunder Logic. The money in the bank there, and third impact. It was a throwaway round, and now they've got the rifles. Can they respond, though, as TL have got a great bonus round at their fingertips?
Indeed they do. The MP9s can be very deadly, especially getting aggressive close-range angles like water and connector. Maybe something close in bathrooms as well. The FAMAS, not exactly the best gun, even at range, but it can still do the damage it needs to. Third impact, if they lose this one, they will be giving Thunder Logic a prime opportunity to tie this up. That nade damage go really good early on a Sharky and Anderson. Sharky's down the red. Zane's going to catch Shaniak lurking up towards top con. That's going to open up some space towards A. There's a smoke out divider. Viz going for another spam. Anderson betrays position with the tracers, and Viz is ready for that peak. 5v3 now for third impact, as Sharky might walk Viz through as well. Dane Joris will spray him through, and now it's a 5v2. Plenty of space, more than enough time, and third impact have pretty much everything they want in a successful anti-bonus round. They've got 3 picks. Now they just have to actually get onto a site.
Something like this where you got a question. When you're down at the half 10-5 and you've got this bonus round, would you really call it a bonus round if you're just going to stick to these MP9s? Yeah, it's a bonus round, but is it worth the risk? A lot of teams, I think, should buy up in this situation. You're risking an 11th round here for their impact. And the problem with this situation is, yes, they call it a bonus round because you didn't lose players in the last, yada, yada, yada. You've got FAMAS's, MP9s, whatever. But the thing is, you lose this round, there's a good chance you will against 5 AKs and a little bit of utility. The odds are pretty stacked against you in this round. And then you've got the next. It's going to be a weak buy, right? Because they're fully reset. They're only getting $1,400 for this loss. And that's gonna do a lot to their economy, and it's a risk indeed, as they've already lost 3 players. They have to save this from Moss and MP9. There's no doubt about it. But I don't know what Pure's doing. Leaping out from the heavens, Brian has got to save. You can drop an MP9 over. You can get the M4. Your teammates won't have to worry about buying that MP9. They can get utility instead. And I mean, Pure just throws his life away. So third impact, a great round, and an even better chance than the next to take 12.
Not just his life, so he throws his gun away. Yes, Brian 2K might just escape with an AK, but he's gonna go forward, take that. He cannot afford to die. Brian needs his AK moving forward. He's dancing with death. He's dancing with insane. But it's gonna be insane to eliminate that gun. That's very costly to Thunder Logic. That is extremely costly. Yes, Brian has money. Yes, and Shaniak can buy an op.
That's it.
But Anderson, Sharky, and Pure are broke. FAMAS is coming out for those 2. Utility will be sorely limited on 3. Make it 4 players, as Shaniak does not have a Molotov or even a nade. This is dire straits for Thunder Logic now. They lose this round, they'll get 1,900 in the bank. They won't be on double eco, but it should be a free 13th for Thunder Logic, which puts them 3 away from Thunder Logic's map pick of Overpass.
I mean, third impact win this round. It's death row number is what I like to call it. Round 13. Your money will be gone. You will have a buy for that one. Pierre gets a little bit eager on that peak. It's great information, a great intel, and it's been come back to his teammates. Yes, he gives up his life, but it's a lot easier to know where your opponents are and play off of that and have nothing to go with and try and take a one-on-one. Where already the players are going to be on that site. Insane leading the charge. He's been great so far as the IPL. Can he step up to the plate? He's got one. He swung for the fences, and it's a home run as Sharky trying to take something away from third impact. It's gone. It's lost, and it's dusted. Third impact. Take this round. If the pistols go the way of Thunder Logic, it'll be insane, but I don't think it's going to happen at Thunder Logic. Almost guaranteed to concede 13 over to TI, and it does look like it's going to happen.
Indeed it does. I don't think there's anything Sharky can do here. The post-plant position is so strong for third impact, not to mention the manpower. A 1v5 with an MP9 is not doable on a good day, and this has not been a good day for Thunder Logic. They started off kind of rough, losing to those crisp retakes from third impact. They did get 4 straight on their T side, but after that point, they only got 1 more. Oh, Sharky's going to escape with an AK. That at the very least is something. Just keeping an eye to see if he died with a bomb there.
Okay.
But yeah, Sharky, he will keep an AK into the next round. It'll be a hero AK, as nobody else can buy, unless Thunder Logic want to go for a force here. Yes, they could go for a force, but that just puts them in a worse economic situation. This is not a map like Inferno where shotguns can reign supreme, or even on Nuke where your SMGs and your shotguns could do so much damage on Hunt and Ramp. This is Overpass, one of the longest range maps in the pool.
Yeah, probably second to Dust 2, to be completely honest.
Train and Dust 2.
You think
Overpass,
Train?
I would say, because Train, you have A site. It's literally all hallways, and then B site is one giant hallway with an elevated area.
I mean, the thing is with Train though is like you can throw easy smokes to block it off. Like you don't normally see straight op shots down T connector in full ref rounds because someone throws a smoke hell, someone works the way out hell. But I without smokes, it's definitely, I think it's honestly could be the longest map. I think Dust 2 might beat it at least towards long. But yeah, Train is a long map. This though, the thing with Overpass is that there's not a lot of utility you can really throw to neutralize ups because they can just fall back to site. You can try and smoke them off, but they can just sit back and watch. So Overpass is a really hard map. Yeah, it's a really hard map to play against an up, and you have to have really good flashes if you want to effectively counter an AWP.
Yeah, and that's why I call Overpass the Opera's Paradise, because there's so many different angles you can play. You can rotate to about 7 different angles on the A side alone after getting your opening pick.
That's
a little bit of a pitiful nade there onto JoJo as he will try and enter the offense. Johnny will actually get one. Brian will fall. Anderson will get another shot. He'll get one more with the AK. And actually, he'll double down. It's a 1v2 now as JoJo is trying to clutch this out with the 8 and Sharky, though, will have his number. Takes a lot of damage, but it's not enough. The pistol will not be enough for JoJo to win. And actually, that was a pistol round for Thunder Logic. All of that work that was realistically done was from Sharky.
I can't believe that. Third impact. You walk into just a cluster of pistols and you're not looking the right way. That's when a full B execution doesn't work. That's a round where you should be defaulting out, looking for an opening pick. They went in with no intel, nothing towards the A side, and they're going to be heavily punished for it. Economy is busted. And Thunder Logic, here's their chance to turn this map around. Third impact. I said it was almost guaranteed 13, but somehow they pulled off. That is incredible coming out from the side of TL. And it's unreal so far how they do that. We'll see, though, if Third Impact can respond properly, as they already have with one on Insane. He's got the kill into Pier. Stepping up big once more. JoJo's got his number. Anderson falls. And again, it's these risky peeks. Anderson, that wasn't even really an intel peek. I mean, yeah, he's just walking. There's no jiggle peek. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's not even a risky peek. It's just there's no utility behind it. So it's almost a death sentence if there's somebody there. AK or op. I mean, chances are the AK is going to win the duel against the M4 because of the fact it's a one-shot headshot. The op, obviously, one-shot kill. So to take that shot, or take that peek rather, without any utility, is almost just walking to a certain death. Especially when they don't need the information there either. They already know there's players there.
What is this? What are they doing? They're rotating so early here, Boggs.
I think it's because they're expecting Third Impact to fake.
They've got it. I mean, as soon as they leave it, and as soon as the A set is gone, if Inshanik can make a fast rotation and get a pick, maybe they stand a chance, but he's already gone. He's not even in heaven. It's a save here from Thunder Logic. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Too. It's so silent to the players in the B site. This is the best case scenario for Third Impact.
It's a save.
It has to be. There's no money. And Shaniak and Sharky can drop rifles over to Pure and Anderson. They can't contest this.
Not in the slightest. It's really risky here from the Sacrifice to make that rotation. You have to rely heavily on Inshaniak's ability to solo op. You have to have faith in Brian 2K and Sharky, which albeit Brian 2K, I think overall has been one of the most struggling players. This game though, he hasn't had too bad, but I remember when he was on that fake game line with KMZ, he was, I'm not going to call him a dead weight to the side of Faint Gaming, but he certainly did not help in the way that a lot of people expected him to be. He's a great player when he steps to the plate, but the problem is he's very inconsistent. He's not the player that's always going to step up, swing for the hills, and always nail it every time. He's got inconsistent games, and unfortunately, this seems to be one of them where he stepped up a little bit, but in other times, he's just nowhere to be seen at Third Impact. Steal round number 13, but again, this is their buy. You mentioned Sharky and Shanik being able to drop M4s, and it's still going to be a huge risk to Third Impact because they've lost on pistols before. What's to say Thunder Logic can't do it here with a full rifle round once more?
Well, it's going to be something I think Third Impact will probably not do too much, that little pistol round rush. Because it's something that Third Impact fall into where they get a little trolly, they get a little BM-y. They like to bad manage their opposition. They like to go for these crazy little plays. JoJo, though, will get gifted a nice little shot onto Shaniak, who did not have the best spawn and got taken down for it. Pick out towards A, but it looks like Third Impact want to commit towards B. Rotations are coming down from Thunder Logic as they have no more contact out towards A. Also, they don't want to fight JoJo because JoJo has been definitely a powerhouse of an opper in this advanced season, leading all players with the op kills in the regular season. But for Thunder Logic, they're going to have to lock down this B site with a minimal amount of utility. Whereas there's a full belt on 4 players for Third Impact. They can toss everything they need. And Sane might just cross into Brian, though. If they're not expecting him on the rail lane, that's one kill. And the second for Brian. He's equalized things and even done one better. Gotten a manpower advantage. Rotations will flood in. Pure using utility to hold the T's at bay. Fiz and Dangerous looking for a way back in. But it's might not be enough here. Oh, this is a great boost from Fiz, though. This is so promising.
Find something to bullets trace back to Anderson. It's a bullet, but it's not a lot of damage, and that nade is hefty as hell. 35 seconds left, though. That's a beautiful entrance from Fizz. He stepped up massively in this round. It forces Anderson to swing. He's gonna clear out Toxic. Viz, that is absurd the way you played that one out, my friend. He stepped up massively in this map, and he's done it again in a crucial round. A round that looked to be done and dusted by Brian's positioning. And just like that, Sharky's in a 1 versus 3. Round 14 seems to already have gone the way of Third Impact. Sealed, put in the package and mailed and shipped off. But it is Sharky to try and contest. He's got a kit and he's got a chance. But he has to play these 1-on-1. And he's being gifted them right now. This is so far a great round for Third Impact. But it could fall apart from a single play from the blood in the water. Sharky's already got the bong. They're going to hold it. And somehow they won that one back. The 1-on-3 clutch. And he even gets the kill. How have they let that slip? Third Impact. JoJo's even left the server out of disgrace. 9-13. I cannot understand that from Third Impact. How did they give him the 1-on-ones? How did they let that slip? That I don't even know, Boggs. I don't even know. I'm shaken.
They're just feeling more confident. They're taking fights they don't necessarily need to. And then when it came down to that 1v1, the bomb was planted just enough into that cubby where it was a safe defuse from short. It's the little minute things that can win you rounds in Counter-Strike or lose you rounds in Counter-Strike. And right there, that bomb plant being a little too far back is what cost that round for Third Impact. Because even in that 1v1, if the bomb is planted in the open, there's no way the Ninja Defuse comes through. But because it's planted back towards a safe plant or a safe defuse area, chances are you're not going to win that spray. Unless you push through. And there's no way to know whether or not the player is actually holding that bomb defuse or faking it. The old saying is pros don't fake. That's precisely why, because chances are people are going to assume you faked it.
Yep. I mean, he had a smoke in his face as well. It's well played there from Sharky, but I mean, it's even worse in comparison from Third Impact. That was just... I've seen it too many times. You give 1v1s. I've seen too many clutches like that, and ironically was on overpass. Because we will see Shaniak with that op, and that's the huge turnaround. That one round has ignited something in Thunder Logic, and they found so much already early on in this one. Knocking down 2 players. Thunder Logic have seemed to have elevated, and Third Impact have just fallen off the face of this earth. Shark gets her the op shot. Dangerous has missed it. And same with T. Connors. Trade to go back and forth, and Dane. He's been so good throughout the season, but a 1-on-3, and I don't think Thunder Logic are going to make the same mistake Third Impact did. A double swing, and down he goes. It's double digits here for the side of TL.
This is why you can never let your attention slip. You can never let your focus wane until the series is over. It's all fun and games until the other team starts to make a viable comeback. And right now, Third Impact, or Thunder Logic rather, is starting to make a viable comeback. They'll reach 11 rounds, barring anything crazy with the Glocks from Third Impact. A chance to build their economy and grab a 12-13 scoreline. Things are getting really messy for Third Impact.
Yep.
They had this essentially in the bag and decided they were going to have a little bit of fun with it. We saw this against Big Chillins. We saw them purposely miss smokes to troll JoJo. on top mid Mirage.
I mean, they're a content team. JoJo, he loves his hot sauce. He wants to get tased by Brian for some reason. I don't know why he put that as an option, but
I mean, he has a donation goal of like 2,300 to do it. So.
I mean, but the point is, you cannot do something like that. It's just basic counter. This round, they're giving Pierre 3v1. The problem is he's got an M4. Does not go for T Connors.
No.
And the rotations from Thunder Logic, they're slow. They're delayed and they're late. Dangerous. Oh my god. Dangerous. This is going to take a lifetime. Never mind. Thunder Logic. I thought for a second if he had the timing right, if Dane or T-Cons could have held his round with that AWP, could have been Dane going for a flame with an eagle, but we just saw what happened. A complete and utter domination from Thunder Logic. 11-13 now. You're right. Third Impact, they had this in the bag. This was their map to win, and now it's their map to lose, and now this is again their map to win. Thunder Logic seem to be in full control, and Third Impact, they're just along for the ride at this point. A buy though to try and respond, but I'm losing hope every time the round progresses.
I wouldn't say it's over just yet for Third Impact. They definitely have a nice chance here with full rifles in the op. But the way that Thunder Logic are playing now is their brawly style that they are known for. This full-on in-your-face aggression where they will shoot you and shut you down. Not necessarily with strategy, but with their fire. This is a team that played through MDL. The majority of this lineup has MDL experience.
Yeah.
They've played through the final of tournaments like eFire, where they lost, I believe it was Alcoholics Anonymous in Season 2. This is a team that has a lot of experience, has a lot of firepower. They just don't mesh it with tacticality, and it does sometimes cost them. That's a nice little angle from Shaniak, though. Nobody expecting the peak and Dangerous will fall. That's a costly player to lose for Third Impact, especially while setting up for an execute.
Here's the thing, though, right? All this experience with Thunder Logic, and you still let JoJo work along by himself. Third Impact, they're really banking on the fact that JoJo finds something. They've got a lot of faith in the young man, or the short man, actually. So, see what he can do with it. Now been spotted, has to back away, and there goes all their hopes of trying to rotate back. It has to be this B hit, right? Not much else they can do. Anderson surely going to catch JoJo off guard. They'll go down, and now Third Impact. What do? They could save. It's definitely not the best option. They're going to go for the execution. Shaniak, blinded through the smoke. He's going to take down Insane, and now he's got one, but that's all he's going to find. 12-13. And Thunder Logic, they look unstoppable right now. They look unbeatable as Third Impact again. Financially reset. I've got to save for the next one. And Thunder Logic, they almost guaranteed once more half 13. I say guaranteed, but we saw what happened the last time I said that, so there's no guarantees at all on Third Impact. I wouldn't be surprised if they could do this off of full Tech 9 buy, -1 Glock.
They have one flash, 3 smokes. It looks to be the full-on B push. There's a Molotov though for Brian that could just end their day very quickly. No counter smoke just yet from Third Impact. They're waiting, they're biding their time. The A aggression from Thunder Logic is slowly going to fade away, and as soon as the smokes and Molotovs train in, they will definitely come back down to B in full force. One's been forced to off the barrels. That's Brian. He gets 1 for 1 as Dangerous has more of the Tech 9. Anderson next in line, though, on the pits. We'll take down one more. Pure up in heaven. Freeze down potentially for 2. JoJo long range with the Tech 9 will answer it back. It's a 2v3, but no rifles for Third Impact. JoJo, however, making things work with the Tech 9 and a 1v3. But he's not going to be able to do enough. The bomb plant, though, and 3 kills for Third Impact is definitely more than they would have expected coming to that round. But there's only so much more than they could have expected that they can accept at this point. It's 13-13.
Did not expect this at all. Third Impact. Again, it does boil down to that one round. A lot of people would think, no. It's just one round they let slip through. They're going to make that adjustment. But, I mean, that one round, Thunder Logic just got stocks, straight up. We're talking Tesla stocks going through the roof. And Third Impact, where have theirs gone? Tanked. Like the 2008 stock market, and here comes Viz. He's trying to reprimand what the mistakes they had. And now he gets one. That's a great swing, though, from Dangerous. Brian 2K is gone on the aggressive, and Pure This is a clinical angle as well, a deadly angle if I do say so myself. He waits beyond the smoke. Here come the players. They're all going past him. They don't even know just yet. He's found one. The second as well. He needed that third kill, but it's not going to be possible. And Shane takes down 2. And now Brian TK, he was on this flank. A lot weight on those shoulders up here, but not much comes to fruition as Brian TK in a 1 versus 3. Sharky did it before. Can he replicate his team's result? Insane has got that intel early on, and now Brian has got it down to just 2.
It is a doable 2v2, a smoke in hand as well as a flashbang, but Jojo is one of those players, and it's a good double stack towards bathrooms between Dangerous and Jojo. Plant is that default spot in the middle of Dice. There is a smoke, however, that could make it a lot easier to dodge. 1, but not the second. Jojo plays it perfectly with Dangerous. Dane might not have gotten the kill, but his opping teammate sure did. Now, Third Impact will not relinquish their lead. They will have a full buy again. The money will be bought down for Thunder Logic once more, but Third Impact cannot afford to throw this round to the wind. They will give Thunder Logic map point should they lose this round, rather. So for Third Impact, this is essentially either you win the map or you lose the map. That is what is at stake for the T side right here. And for Thunder Logic, the same could be said for them.
Are we going to see all 30 rounds guaranteed? Or Third Impact going to try and end it with a total of 28? A huge round for Thunder Logic. And a buy like this, a lot of people would see it as weak, but I see it as a threat. MP9s, I consider them the most dangerous gun on that CT side. Because you never know what's coming. 30 bullets and a fast fire rate, you could see 3 players fall in a matter of seconds if you've got a great spray. This is a world-class idea, though, and there's the run boost, and JoJo's nailed it on the coffin. It's perfect already from Third Impact. There's nothing wrong so far. That early pick slowed things down. You don't have to be the aggressor, and then Shaniak boosted up. Oh, he's looking at the trade. Where's the trade, though? You need to time that. You've got a player swinging out. It's a little bit late from T. Connors. If he falls, you could get that trade, but they weren't expecting the boost. And here comes Shaniak back towards the A site as Third Impact send the first smoke. 2 players out towards long. And now you've got to see how Thunder Logic react. The smoke in front of their face. It's Shaniak on that op that takes down JoJo. These buys again are so scary. But Shaniak's got a 3rd kill. How does he hit that one of all? The bomb on Insane's shoulders, and he's alone, and he's got to wait for T. Connors. 25 seconds left. A flashbang to allow Insane on the site, but he's got to look out for Shaniak. They've got it down to just 3, and a shot from T. Connors stabilized things against 2 MP9s, and the rotations are being made for the back towards the CT spawn. Insane's got the bomb down on Optimus, and Brian 2K has got the only kid in sight. A flashbang over, a fast swing, but it's not the play they should have made, as Insane has met them with resistance. 3 kills, the out will be picked up, and despite the prowess on Shaniak, Third Impact have gotten that point.
They have indeed off the back of some great individual performances. I mean, it was Shaniak alone who kept Thunder Logic to even have a chance of winning that round with his op. But then Insane, those last 2 kills, a good read from Third Impact. T. Connors with a good flash to allow Insane to get that opening kill as well onto Shaniak and Optimus. Good team play there. T. Connors is the support player for Third Impact. Extremely good with his flashbangs and utility usage. And it comes into full force there, as that flashbang was essentially the catalyst that opened that round to be a possibility for Third Impact. And now, this last-ditch force from Thunder Logic is 4 Deagles and an MP9. This is not the kind of buy you would like up against map point on your own pick, heading to Nuke, the home map of your opposition.
Yep. I mean, both of these teams are good. Thunder Logic, a solid record as well on Nuke. They're 5-2, similar to Thunder Logic or to Third Impact, but the problem is you look deeper into it. Rounds won for Third Impact, 114. Round loss, 68. Round differential is 46. Thunder Logic's a lot closer, 23 round differential with 104 won and 81 loss. So it's not that Thunder Logic are a bad team, it's just that it gets insanely close. And when you've got a close match against Third Impact, and when you're playing against a team like Third Impact, rounds cannot be close. You've got to dominate them or else you don't stand a chance. And here's their one chance. 5 players stacked up towards this B bomb side. It's a risky play, but it could work out. Here, though, has caught JoJo with his back turn and not picked up, and there goes Third Impact's Q. They've got to go now, but Brian 2K, that's aggressiveness that we love to see. And there's the trade back from T Connors. A classy response, but it's a little bit too late as Anderson has even shut down Dave. It's now up to T Connors and Insane to try and pull this one back to 2-1-2, and that op is everything to them, and it's a 1 HP play. And T Connors, bomb has been tapped, the swing is in, he's off of it, but how does Spirit connect that? T Connors goes down, and it's all 30 rounds. Money gone though for Thunder Logic. The op is everything, and third impact, money gone as well. It cannot be more closer.
Stoli, was that a running no scope?
I don't know.
I swear that was a running no scope.
I think it was a quick scope.
Either way, that's a disgusting shot. Pure might have single-handedly saved this map for Thunder Logic. The buys are both scrappy on both teams, but the utility is going to be used early towards B from Thunder Logic. Molotov into Toxic Barrels, flashbang right and left as Brian 2K sits behind a smoke. It's a 3-stack on B. Weaponry is definitely here to hold it. Close. The FAMAS goes 1 for 1, but it's not enough damage onto the second. Anderson in this smoke, though, might be able to stop the flamp. He does not make a move. The bomb goes down, but Anderson drops 2. Brian 2K's eliminated Fizz, and JoJo falls to Pure. And we're going to overtime. In a flurry of frags and the retake for Thunder Logic, it goes their way in large part to Anderson just biding his time and playing in that smoke. Third impact. I'm not going to say it was thrown away. They were just unable to close out in certain scenarios.
Again, we're here only because of one round. 1v3. If Thunder Logic win this map, it's all because of Sharky. No doubt about it. Yes, his stats might say a little bit otherwise, but there's no doubt about it that the reason why they're even here is because Sharky won a 1v3. Thunder Logic, 15-15. They bring it back. It was what, 14-8 at one point, Boggs. This is just incredible. Third impact. Let it slip away on map 1. It's not their map pick, granted, but it's one of their best, if that.
Yeah, it's their second map after Nuke. It's Nuke, then Overpass for third impact. And I know that Switchy, their coach, is not going to be too happy with his performance. And I don't think the players on third impact would be either. This is a map they should have won in a much easier scenario. It's still not impossible for them to win, but they'll need a lot of work to be able to win in overtime. Overtime is a whole different animal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. Nuke, I feel like you already have to mentally reset for Nuke. Well, what else are you doing here on Overpass? That is, you think about the mentality of third impact, that it plays such a huge factor for emotional players like JoJo, who really thrives off of the game. How everyone's feeling, if the mentality is low, if the emotions are not there, if everybody's down in the dumps, that's where Thunder Logic have their chance to strike, and they're riding the high. They're riding the high sure as hell, and Thunder Logic, it is their game to lose. They've almost got this one in the bag, I have to say. Yes, both of these halves for the CT side have been strong, but let's be real here. Third Impact's T side was absolutely horrible. Thunder Logic, end of the CT side, flawless. There's nothing else to say. And Third Impact, it's all a matter of who can get 2 rounds on the side of the T. You expect both of these teams to have really good CT sides, but it's been a bit since Third Impact have played their CT sides. It's been 15 rounds. Thunder Logic are fresh on it. And here's a chance they can find all 3. We're getting back into it, though, as Third Impact looking to steal a round back here from Thunder Logic. This round means everything to their mentality, and JoJo's got the up once more. It's been the battle of Inshaniac and JoJo this entire series, and we'll see who comes out on top in round 1 of overtime number 1.
It's going to be the double op, as you mentioned, Sharky picking up that secondary op as well. Interesting to see what he can do with it. He's going to take it up towards A, as Inshaniac will also be on A. It's a double A op setup, as I guess they were trying to condition Third Impact into not going B as they've shut down that B rush. But now we see what could potentially be absolute massive dividends for Thunder Logic, but also could be their downfall. If the ops get caught in unfavorable pools or miss their first shot, they will surely fall, but Inshaniac is not going to miss his first duel onto JoJo, who jumps behind the rock and down to his demise. That might just signal a B rotation from Third Impact, as Sharky now is going to swing out and catch Insane. He spots the leg, throws his smoke and his flashbang. Connors is there as well, but blindness will not deter Sharky, who sniffs the blood of the water and chomps down on 2 players in towards bathrooms. Insane will trade it out, but there still isn't Shaniak out towards Long and a flank from Pure, and Shaniak taken down by Insane, but Anderson is there, and it will not be the round for Third Impact, but in fact Thunder Logic, thanks again to Sharky, will pull it off and grab their first round of overtime.
This guy's popping off. His stats say elsewhere, but man, when they need him most, he's always stepping up to the plate. Viz has had an absolutely insane game. A guy that I think is number 4 in frags for the side of Third Impact. Not a guy, when you say Third Impact, you think of immediately. You think of Dangerous, C. Connors, and JoJo. But boy, has he pulled up big here for Third Impact when they need it most. And boy, do they need him. Sharky with the up close, has got the first. Back down connector, missed the second, and there's the adjustment made, but there's the double up coming into effect. And Shaniak is there for that trade once more. And they've got an advantage so far. Up by 1 player, but Dangerous, C. Connors, and JoJo all stay alive. The top 3 killers on the side of Third Impact. What can they do? What can they find? And JoJo's already got the second up, but here comes Fear, and it's a pure round already. Thunder Logic, no mistakes in the play is there. It's a trade back from C. Cars. HP lost, and it should be 17. I said whoever had the better T-half is going to win this, and Third Impact are having one horrible T-half. 17 to 15. Is it flawless, or can Third Impact find the last round of half number 1?
I don't have confidence in Third Impact right now. I think Thunder Logic have had so much of a momentum swing back into their favor that they will win this map. And then moving on to Nuke, they have a significant chance of winning there as well. In Third Impact, they're not winning their gun duels, they're getting caught off guard by pushes from TL. And Thunder Logic, it's kind of also coming to that thing where, oh yeah, we're getting the timing on them. We're catching them looking the wrong way. And that all has to do with momentum. It's just these little confidence peaks that you take when you're feeling good. And for some reason, it just keeps working. Momentum is a compound, and when you have it, things keep going well for you. Viz, though, he's been on a tear the entirety of this map so far. He's going to open things up nicely with that little boost.
Yeah, he's looked really good. What they're looking for. Great trade. He's played that angle a lot, Sharky. I think like 3 times so far. And every time he somehow gets a kill. Third Impact. They will punish him, though. And on a 4-on-2, here's their chance to try and pull a round out of this overtime. And Shaniak is lurking, though, with this AWP. And despite him being really the only player here as Anderson's up towards A, he could still do a lot. And I love this aggressiveness, right? Take a face-up plant or a face-up shot. And he's been met with a bullet by JoJo. Anderson now is in a 1-on-4. Third Impact have definitely salvaged this one. A 3K for JoJo to top things up. 16 to 17. But again, Thunder Logic have got the lead. The T sides of both these sides have been very weak and very lackluster. So Third Impact, they've really got to dig deep to try and pull out a 3-round half on overtime number 1.
They do. In fact, I think they might just be better off sending it to OT number 2. I don't think that OT number 1 is going to be the end goal for either of these 2 teams at this point. Although Thunder Logic do have a chance. They win 2 rounds on their T side, and they've won it. We saw Third Impact struggle early on with their CT side, and maybe those struggles will continue here to start off on overtime half. And for some of you guys were wondering if it's a 10K or 16K. 10K is only in Valve rules. Pretty much every other tournament nowadays uses 16K for overtime. So 16K is pretty much the going rate for every single tournament except for majors and major qualifiers.
I hate 10K, to be honest.
I do too.
Because you're the CT side, you can buy 1 op. That's it. You die with the op. There's your money.
You lose 1 round, you're forced back on round number 3.
It's awful. I mean, 16K. Overtime is not meant to be who can tactically outsmart your enemy, because we've already had that. We've had 30 rounds of tactical prowess, and now we're gonna see a little bit of a big brain play coming out from Thunder Logic.
Do it.
Yeah, if they can land the jumps.
I mean, they've waited so long. I don't even know if it's worth it at this point. They've wasted 25 seconds.
Dude, he can't even see anything. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a blunder. Are they still going for it?
Surely not.
Hit the jump, man. You gotta get up the
Surely not.
pallet first. You've got to go up the pallet first, dude. There it is. Brian. Oh my God, this is horrific. Imagine third impact are like, where the hell are they? What are they doing?
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody started to get aggressive yet.
I mean, yeah, you can already see they've got full water control. JoJo's sitting back is like, guys, I don't see anything. There could be a B hit. And then they're going back like, nah, we got full water control. Nothing's here. And now finally, are they still doing it? Okay, it took them a second to get off the boost. I saw them finally falling away. That took a long time, Thunder Logic, but
that was almost over half the round.
it didn't amount to anything. Here they go, though. Still, though, it's that aggressiveness, though, from Dangerous and Viz. There's a lot of intel to be gathered here, and I'm wondering if they've heard these footsteps. Anderson's going down to the lane. Surely, he walked into that angle. And now Viz. Do they expect this double play, though? They're going to swing this. Smoke goes down here. Viz can be aggressive. Nobody's looking his way. If the bomb starts to get the point, they're not even going for it. Viz, look at this time now. Viz has got to do it all. The bomb is going to get tapped here, and all he's got to do is deny it. They burn in the flames. It's hell on the sight, and there they go. And Shawniak, he's going to go down after time. That's an economic catastrophe. 17-17. Time was wasted in Thunder Logic. That is a horrible round, to say the least.
I have no idea what I just watched. From the start of that round to the finish. It all started with the boost until the 40-second mark. Which, then and there is, why? If you don't hit that boost in the first 15 seconds, you're not going to catch anything. And then moving forward, it was just an easy mop-up for TI, especially because that late hit. You don't want to hit between 25 and 30 seconds because one wrong kill could completely end your round. Viz has just doubled down too. It's a much faster pace from Thunder Logic, but their split up through Khan has yielded to their own demise, and Insane is going to have a good position out towards bathrooms. There's a rotation up from T-Connors on the site. JoJo and Shawniak are in exchange blows out towards long, but neither player will get a kill just yet. Insane should still get this kill into Shawniak. Will fall to him. Now on site, it's going to be T-Connors' turn to mop up Anderson and Pure, and it looks like Third Impact will be moving within one round again of this map. We saw them lose 2 map points before, but the way that Thunder Logic have played this T-side in overtime, I honestly hope they lose.
Pure, though, he's not done with this round yet. A great double entry. Trying to right their wrongs there. Some of the messy spray. He's got to trace these bullets back, and he's got it. But the HP accumulates to 56, and here comes the boost. They're running away. Tail between their legs. The bomb is trying to take the fight, and Pure's got an up. His last chance, his last hope. It's Dangerous. And no way they pull off a 2-on-4. He's got the line of sight, and Pierre, the Glock is out, though, and this is a horrible call, Pierre. You had to go for the op. You knew you're up against a rifle. Credit to him, though, for finding 3, but it's the pressure that amounts on him, and he can't make the proper play. 18-17. I hate ripping into Thunder Logic, but so many easy mistakes that could have been fixed. You missed that first boost 3 times. Dude, you got it. You know it's just not meant to be, man. It's just not meant to be. And they keep going for it. And in that one, Pierre, the best option is the up. You can walk up scope. You know where he is. You were aiming on him, but you just had the Glock out. And Third Impact, 1 round to shut it down, or we go to overtime number 2.
Well, Thunder Logic will not do the stack for the first minute and 10 seconds of the round. They're also not going through a full heavy fast play up either site. There is a boost for Shawniak on top of Sandbox, but that's not going to connect onto Dangerous only, and instead it's going to lead to a pick for Dangerous. He might be a dead man walking, but he's escaped the nade, and that's a 1-for-0 pick for Third Impact off the back of a wall being shot onto a Dangerous. That is not the start that Third Impact needed to bring something back into this round. Now a lot is left onto Anderson and his workout towards A. I think Thunder Logic's going to rotate up towards A as well, as they've discovered most of bathrooms and lane is clear. But JoJo is watching out towards long, and Insane is tucked in on the bathroom wall. There's a fast rotation from T-Connors as well, and Anderson has been felled. 5v3. We saw a 4v2 almost go awry for Third Impact. But this one, this should be the round they don't lose.
Oh my god, Brian. Insane. I meant to say, well, he killed Insane, but Insane indeed. Ryan is going to keep on pushing, and Shawnee gets a trade back. Pierre was so good in that last one, but they needed it badly from him. He wasn't able to pull off the clutch, but he's looking for kills, and they're looking for double overtime. Dane, last man alive for third impact. He's on 19 HP. He's got no! He doesn't even get in Shawniak. I thought he had him dead to rights, but it's 18-18. Thunder Logic will not go down. It's overtime number 2. And Thunder Logic keep us going the distance even further as third impact. They look to be taking it. The way that round was played, advantage for them. T-Connors was stuck towards Optimus, gets that kill, but there's no re-aggression from third impact, and they drop the round, and it's a second overtime, Boggs. We expected a close matchup, but I did not expect this close.
I did not expect it to be this close in this manner. What we've seen has been interesting. It's been a mosh pit of really good individual plays, and also, to contrast that, really bad decisions. And it's equated into this 18-18 scoreline going into overtime number 2, where neither team is really in control. Where both teams are kind of just living off of the mistakes of the opposition.
Yeah, it's such upsetting. It's such an upsetting turn of events. They had that in the bag again, third impact. A lot of these rounds, they lose because of simple mistakes. And again, the battle continues. Third Thunder Logic, they keep on shrugging. We'll have to see if they can mend their mistakes. That round was definitely a really good response to what happened in the first 2. Pierre comes up big. That's a way to respond, right? I ripped into him for calling it a horrible play because he wants to go for the Glock. But, I mean, that's just world class. A lot of teams don't expect that push through the smoke, and Pierre, he was the one with the bomb, so in Dane Joris's mind, he's like, there's no way he's pushing. Same with T-Connors, but man, Pierre gets on the aggressive, and that's what they need. A Thunder Logic, something to revitalize them after a catastrophic round in the first, and here's their chance. All 5 players grouped up. It surely can't be an A hit, but it looks like it is. They're working their way up the bathrooms. You would expect some kind of rotation, maybe a smoke or two in a play like this, but no, they're going balls deep. They're going balls to the walls. They're going to try and execute onto the site. Oh, and Sharky, you can't dink your teammate like that. That's really damage done, and that's 54 HP gone already, and JoJo's going to capitalize on this error. It's an op, though, so it doesn't really matter, but down goes 3, and JoJo is locked the site by himself. And Shawniak's left alone. He might just have to save that A to B because there's nothing left for him. It's a waste. You're just adding to the statistics of third impact. And a 19 for TI as a great response to that last round.
Hey, well, JoJo will get himself a quad. It's good to see JoJo starting to feel himself with the op in the later portions of this matchup. I know it says 13-12 on the scoreline, but he definitely has more kills than that because he left the server and reset his stats. If JoJo can pick the team up and bring them to victory, that would be a huge boon for Third Impact. At this point, I feel like for Third Impact losing this would be almost detrimental to their entirety of the series. Their mental state after losing this would be absolutely in the bin because of the manner in which they went against it. It's a great black goal, great peek. Insane needs to go for more, though. He only gets 1. The nade, though, follows through. More damage. Brian Anderson will fall. And Third Impact might have finally picked themselves up out of the pits of despair, a bog of misery, and finally put themselves in a position to win this series. They only need 1 more round after this one to get the full sweep. And then after that, 1 more on their T side, and they would have victory over Thunder Logic. This is a Third Impact team that, at their best, has looked better than Thunder Logic at their own best. But what we've seen is just a lack of consistency from both sides.
At their best, Third Impact are better than almost any team in advance. But it's inconsistency that plagues them. And Thunder Logic are hoping that this is one of those rounds that they're inconsistent. Look at my guy Viz. He's about to drop a 30. 2 kills away alongside Shawniak. They've stepped up massively. I want to know how many kills JoJo's on. His stats were reset because of the fact that he left the game. But man, oh man, he's having one hell of a game so far. And he's popping off at the moment.
31 and 26. He has the most cracks in the server.
Okay, JoJo. Never mind. I was gonna say Viz was the best man, but clearly JoJo. That 4K added a lot, not gonna lie, but hey, credit to him, JoJo. His first season in the Yacht role entirely, or at least in advanced, I'd imagine, and he's filled the shoes of a legend AGM, and those are some huge shoes to fill. And well, he's grown in size, at least in-game of Counter-Strike, and Shawniak is looking to shut him down and knock him down a peg. It's a body shot. I thought for sure that would have been a kill, but I think it went through the wall just a tad bit, so he's down to 49. And it looks like TL again set their sights towards the A site. And Insane though, I always get those two confused. Insane has been a pillar over towards the bathroom, and he's got T-Con to help him out as well. That Molotov is phenomenal, and Insane, all he has to do is dance around this smoke and this Molotov. And Thunder Logic, it's a burst through the smoke, and Insane has got all the advantages at his side. It's just a matter of time before they go barreling into the site, and all he's got to do is hold this ground once more. They're trying to show signs of life, but Insane again, he waits patiently, and they come in right into his crosshair, and T-Con is there to help him out. He's bailed him out of the position despite him going down. He spins around once more, and it's a clean sweep from Third Impact. The A site, no one steps foot upon those stairs, and it's Shawniak has got to do it on 9 HP.
And that 9 HP will be obliterated by the nade. Third Impact, 3 match points now. Is the third time the charm, Sully? Is their third, essentially half, with match point going to be enough for them to actually pull this map away?
Gotta see though. I mean, every time we've said it, every time they've been on match point or map point, they find a way to let go of it. And I'm hoping after 3 chances to close it out. No, they've had more than 3 chances. They've had so many opportunities to close this
They've
map
had
out.
3 chances. This
Yeah.
is going to be their next 6.
I can't believe this. I mean, Third Impact, so many opportunities to shut this down. And where has it led to? A double overtime. Right? Credit to Thunder Logic, though, on round number 35. Did a great job of really fixing their mistakes. But now it's their CT side. They didn't have mistakes, and it's up to Third Impact to try and read into this one.
Indeed it is. I think Third Impact, though, might go for something fast and aggressive. They've had a very successful CT half of overtime, and they might try and ride that wave to victory here. Try and catch Thunder Logic in a setup. The only problem is Thunder Logic's probably going to play aggressive themselves. And Shawniak looks poised to go for the fountain. He'll actually go take his op and his services towards long. It'll be Pure to play out towards middle. And there's actually going to be no secondary op for Thunder Logic. They're going for the solitary single op. Pure will juggle his M4 backwards. We'll just sit on site, I guess. I'm not too sure what Pure is doing. And Shawniak can spot it out, though. Great flashbang from Dangerous. And JoJo will put a bullet through his head. 4 more kills now separate Third Impact, and a 1-0 start heading to their home map of Nuke. In this semi-final of advanced playoffs, upper bracket semi-final, yes, but putting themselves within 1 more best of 3 of the upper bracket finals of advanced, and 1 best of 3 away from a spot in Mountain Dew League.
Anderson, though, he's gotten really aggressive here. Dangerous, he's going to toss the op out of the map. No matter what happens, you cannot give them that. Anderson, JoJo, I think, is reading him. T-Con will make space first. An adjustment made in JoJo. That's a fast shot. Needed to land that. And it couldn't be anyone else but JoJo. The B bomb site's now the site they want to go towards. You can already see the progress made. Sharky with a great Molotov is going to hold them back, allow rotations to come back towards this site. And you see Brian 2K, he wants to assure his teammates that this is a B hit. And I think Pure is going back towards Heaven, or no, he's actually going out Graffiti. He wants to try and take this one straight up. They've got a kind of a crossfire, but you really do leave it onto Sharky by the toxic barrels, but they don't check him. They don't check him, and that's going to be their downfall. There goes 3, and now just JoJo. He's going to go down on 9 HP, and 21-19. Thunder Logic with a great adjustment after a 2-man deficit. TI can't shut it down.
Sully, who is the man that steps up when Thunder Logic need him the most?
Sharky. It's him every time.
It is. Every single time. It seems like Thunder Logic are down and out. It's Sharky who steps up, who comes up with the clutch 3K, and keeps his team in this game. And now Pure has picked up the secondary op. Viz has hit the deck, and this is a response from Thunder Logic that they need to pull this series back and try and take map number 1.
It's silence now from Third Impact. They're stunned. They're thinking there's no way we lose another match point. There's no way. But Third Impact, how is this even real? I've seen quintuple overtimes from these guys, and we might see a third triple, or a third overtime actually. And it's 4 players remaining. Jojo on the op, the top fragger alive of the server. But Viz has gone down, and he's been just as good as Jojo, to say the least. And it really does come down to Jojo's opping ability, taking down Pierre, finding another onto Anderson. And it comes down to Jojo hitting these shots alongside Gentry fraggers. Smokes goes down from Pure. Gonna hold them back just a little while longer, but there go the Molotovs. There goes the utility. Great flash, and T-Connors has gotten aggressive. He's cleared out this angle, and thankfully doubles back to look at that angle. He's looking for the second on a Pure. A great tag, but a collateral almost, as Jojo's tagged down as well. And a 3-on-4 now with a flanking player of Brian 2K. This is looking good here for Thunder Logic in terms of a retake, but Dangerous again needs to find something. T-Connors, it's Jojo. Shots ring out, and Brian's got 2. It's up to T-Connors. He's got a 1-on-4 to win. He's knocked it down to just 3, but Sharky knows where he is. And there it is. Round 20 for Thunder Logic, and one more chance for Third Impact to close out this map.
Well, it was Pure and Brian this time. Brian's flank was absolutely critical up through connector, catching 2 players of Third Impact blind from behind. Great stuff there from Thunder Logic to bring this again to within 1 and to within a third overtime.
Not like this. Not like
Solely. The last time Third Impact played in overtime, it was a double overtime win against Big Chill.
Yep.
And now, well, I think we're going to third. I have a feeling we're going to a third overtime.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I knew it was going to be a long night. I wasn't expecting this long. Anderson, he's got 2. 3 more to find overtime. Number 3. And now Third Impact. Down a man early on. It's a trade, but a 2-for-1. And that's going to be well thought out for Thunder Logic. They're happy. They're satisfied with that trade. Give up connector. Leave Pure on this A-bomb site. But they're actually going for 2 ops here. And Shawnick is here to help on out. And Brian, he loves this position as well as Sharky. Is it going to be red, though, from Third Impact? That's the real question. See what they can do, though. Third Impact instead. They're going towards Catwalk Bogs. They're going in the right direction.
It's a good read. It's a really good read. They could catch these players up in the wrong way. There's no ops here as well. Both of the ops are A. And if they can take out these rifles, winning a B op retake against their Thunder Logic would not be a terrible hardship. Counterballs on those. Jojo's not going to be able to land his shot. It might just spur Third Impact up to A, but no. The rotations are going to come down to B. Molotov out towards the cat. Brian 2K on the railing. 1 kill. The repeat comes through from Sharky, and he might have done just enough there. Brian 2K and Sharky are keeping Tom Connors at the outskirts of the B site. Another Molotov comes through, and Shawniak has the angle. Pure behind him does as well. T. Connors is down to 11 points of health. We're going to overtime number 3. We're all knotted at 21 apiece. The magic number now is 25. Is this map going to end?
I can't believe this, man. I can't believe it's not a third overtime. I hate it because Third Impact, it's either close out in regulation or you're going to be in it for the long run. And I know that this match is going to continue. The tug of war. These two teams do not want to give up map 1. I can't even imagine what Nuke's going to look like. I cannot imagine.
Well, to play a full second game of Counter-Strike,
Yep.
you need to play 5 overtimes.
Shut up. Bog, stop. Don't say that, man. You're going to bring it. You're going to make it happen. You're gonna, don't do this, Bog. I'm losing my mind.
Don't worry, Sully. We still have Mirage, too.
That's true. If we go there.
Well, we very well might. I mean, at this rate, we might not leave Overpass.
Yeah,
we might hit the ESEA server reset.
We might just be sitting here. Yeah, we might hit 999 rounds played.
No, the servers reset, I believe, after overtime number 4.
Really?
Yeah, I know there's a certain point where the ESEA servers reset.
Surely it's not 4. There have been
If any of my advanced MDL friends in chat can tell me what that is, because I don't remember exactly what point it comes to. I know there's a point where it does reset.
I mean, Third Impact. I mean, Philadelphia, right? They play on ESEA servers. When I was at Frag, when it was quintuple overtime, it didn't reset. Surely not.
Those are LAN servers.
Oh, that's true. But JoJo, he doesn't want to go to quintuple overtime. He's having flashbacks just as well as I am. Molotov goes down. That's a voice crack, and I'm losing my voice already here, Bugs. We're in map 1, and I'm a horse already. Third Impact. A great opening, though, coming out from JoJo. I am a horse. I actually got 4 legs, believe it or not, and 4 hooves.
Well, I think that Third Impact better get on their horses. They have the B side relatively clear here. They need to spur their way onto the side. Sharky again trying to come up huge for Thunder Logic when they need him the most. And Shawniak will strike on the JoJo and a second on the Viz. And Shawniak stepping up as well. Insane though, trying to bring it back. T Connors will as well to 2v2. But is it a comfortable 2v2 for Third Impact? No, it's not. The bomb is not down and that nade does even more health. Pure is on the flank as well. He shuts down one. Insane now on a 1v1. That nade is just about perfect. And Insane versus Pure. Pure on full health will swing from behind the pillar. And down goes Insane. 22-21. Thunder Logic are unrelenting, clawing their way here to try and take their map pick of Overpass. But again, this is the 3rd overtime. We have gone through this song and dance now 43 rounds. And nobody has put it over the line.
We're going to 44 now. And it looks like Third Impact, just as wary as I am. It's not even the fact that we're in overtime, it's the fact that everyone is going to be absolutely exasperated going into nukes. I mean, it's just a game of who's got the stamina, who's ready for the long run, who's got their coffee brewed up already. And it doesn't look like Brian has spotted Viz jumping up. It's a boost on a boost. Who's going to spot who, though? And it's Anderson. 4x3? 4x3?
What is he playing on, like, 900 by 800?
4x3,
How does he not notice the boost?
4x3.
Well, even on 1024 black bars, you still see that.
There are so many great moments in this game, and that's one of them. It may not be a clip, but it's a CS funny moment. And Third Impact. See if they can respond. It really is. It comes down to who's getting 2 rounds on their T side, because at this point, nobody is. Third Impact have to win next, I think, to have a chance to close it out finally. Under Logic, though, JoJo with a great trade. It's a 4-on-3 suddenly as Third Impact have turned this round around. And it looks like JoJo's again aggressing up close with the op, flashbang in, quick scope on the Pier, and he's on the hunt for more. JoJo wants all the blood on his plate. And he's been caught red-handed. The cops are on him, but Brian Tinkgate is the lonesome warrior. And 22-22, that's a great response coming out from the T's.
That's a huge response for Third Impact. Well, if they can win this next round on T side, I think that they should be able to pull it over the line. The only problem is, this is their 7th round on their T side out of, I believe, 21. 23, actually, because of these 2 rounds. So, their win percentage is far below half. It's actually below 1/3. It's about a 30 or 29% win rate that Third Impact have on their T side. Same could be said for Thunder Logic.
Boggs, I got a question. Did your FPS just absolutely dumpster itself, or is this just me?
I believe that's a you problem.
Oh, god dang it. Alright, so I'm basically
change your res and change it back.
I just tried that, but now I'm basically casting on 5 FPS, so this is great. There we go, we're back to 126. Now, okay, there we go. I thought for a second my computer was just gonna, poop itself, and next thing I know, it's just you solo casting. That would have been rough, but I can't leave you to cast 10 overtimes, it feels like. Third Impact. You mentioned winning this 2nd round for them. It could turn the tides of this war. But look at Pure's positioning. This is just aggressiveness at its finest. He's getting all this information, and if anybody makes a misstep, well, Pure's gonna punish it. He's at 35 kills. It's a matter of time before JoJo hits, what, 40? What is he at now? So somebody do the quick. He's at 20 kills, and he was reset, and he's almost caught up to his teammate Dane. That's insane.
JoJo is now at 38.
Oh my god, that guy.
T. Connors at 34, Fizz at 28, Insane Dangerous 27 each.
Jesus. And so everyone is having a game. Everybody's popping off.
Well, they've also played 12 extra rounds of Counter.
That's fine.
14 extra rounds of Counter Strike.
True that is. True that is. We'll have to see though if third impact again the second round wins everything. Double stack towards top. Early tag. Joe's is looking for a shot to smoke. And it sees Lopes again. Anderson coming from behind from connector. What can he get? What can he do? One back turn. It might just be two. And there they go. 1-2. Skipperoo. And down go third impact. Crashing and burning in this round. They've got to find some kills. And they've got nothing. Dangerous. The last man standing. He's not going to have much to do. He's got nothing to say for himself. And it's 23-22. Thunder Logic have got the lead, and that will do.
Well, overtime number 4? I mean, at this point, third impact are going to have to sweep the CT's side to be able to win it. If Thunder Logic win 2 rounds on T's side, they would also win this. The thing is, they'd have to win 2 rounds on T's side, and that seems to be something that neither team can actually buy. This has been definitely a game to... Fizz just bought an auto sniper. Okay, Fizz got rid of the auto sniper. Fizz had purchased an auto sniper, but it's now somewhere on the floor. Hopefully going to be tossed out of the map, or not to be used. That would pretty much be the final nail in this combo of this game. Imagine Fizz just buying the auto sniper first round to stack 8. It's all B. I was mentioning the auto sniper, but instead it's going to be a complete and total yin-yang. That nade, though, was extremely meaty. Sharky and Pure down low, but the bomb plant going to come through from Thunder Logic. Third impact going to storm in on the rotations, but can their retake be enough here? They had trouble on their T sides in a very similar scenario to this. Their CT side presumably will not be much different.
You don't see this. We haven't seen this at all. I feel like this series a 5-on-5 retake. Flashbang in. Sharky. He's in the water where he should be. His gills. He's breathing in this PvP. He's breathing in the combat. And down they go. One by one they fall. But we've got a 3-on-2 as Anderson strikes once more. But it's from behind. And he's in heaven. He's got the bomb in his side. But it's not going to be the round. Third impact die. 22-24. What's the round they're looking for again, Boggs? It's 25. And Thunder Logic 1 round away. And third impact. Oh, it's everything on the line.
I'm still wondering why you would go for a stack in overtime. That's a big question I have there. But it still came down to the frags on that site. Fizz was not there in time. He did a lot of work. He got 2 kills, but he was not able to get that third. That's the unfortunate part about it for Fizz. If he was able to get that 1v1, if time was there, if time was closer, he might have been able to win that. But alas, he ran out of time, he ran out of real estate, and he ran out of health. Now it's going to be a slower play from Thunder Logic. Unfortunately for Third Impact, this is not the round where they got aggressive and stacked towards Fountain and pushed through T-Connector. Instead, they're just chilling out on sites, taking utility damage and waiting for the eventual onslaught in what is now their last stand. This is their stand against the Black Gate. Lord of the Rings reference for those of you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the heck is a Black Gate?
Have you not read Lord of the Rings, Solo?
Definitely haven't. I don't think that's gonna matter too much. Okay, Nate. Could have gone down there. Viz puts a couple shots in the back of his teammate. Sharp gives a trade. There it is. Shawniak. I'm not going to say it's over because JoJo's still watching with the up. But again, that kill needs to come in. He's exposed himself. You've got to land this shot, JoJo. He can't connect the bullets. He can't connect the dots. And the points go the way of Thunder Logic. We might have an end to this misery of a game. And Insane is going to go down as the last player. 25-22. It took a minute. It took a while. But there we go. The bricks have been laid. And Thunder Logic have got a map advantage. We head into Nuke.
46 rounds of Counter-Strike were needed to settle that one. And now we go to another map that both of these teams know and play well. We are going to Nuke. It is now Third Impact's pick. But first of all, folks, If you've been enjoying this cast so far, please do leave a follow on the Twitch channel. It's that little heart button right below the video player. Also, please do follow Ponage TV on Twitter as well. It's Ponage_TV, same way as the Twitch channel. But also, Sully, I believe there's a little bit of something special for when we hit 500 followers.
There is indeed. If you guys are following the Twitch channel, we will be giving away a pair of Shadow Daggers to one of you lovely 500 followers. I don't know if we're going to only followers, but as long as we hit 500 followers, we'll be giving away a pair of Shadow Daggers. So in the meantime, while we head to a break, check out the Twitter at Ponage_TV. Follow the Twitch channel. Once we hit to 500, like we said, giving away a pair of Shadow Daggers. But for now, we're heading to Nuke, and we'll have to see if Thunder Logic have got the momentum and who's got the stamina. But for now, heading to a short break, and Nuke is coming up.
Terrorists win.
Check good. Check good.
Well, Sully, we just had ourselves a bit of a marathon. Just a little bit of a marathon. 25-22 is the final score of our first map. It was Thunder Logic's pick of Overpass. But now, we go to Third Impact's pick on Nuke. We're heading to what could be the conclusion to our series, or could just be the entree before we have some dessert on Mirage.
I think a marathon's a little bit of an understatement. They ran a marathon and they ran 2 5Ks afterwards. And Third Impact, this is their map pick and it's theirs to lose. But Pierre, if that bomb stayed on top of the vents, that could have been huge for the side of Thunder Logic, but so far so good. They're starting to work their way to the site and Shonik is going to catch Insane lurking. Down go 2, and they've got no kits though. They're not allowing this plan at all. T. Conzo is pressed up close. He's looking for these kills. He's got 3 in total for the side of Third Impact. He's only got 2 to his name. With a 3rd from JoJo, allows them this bomb plan. And the thing is, there's no bomb plan here. There's no kit for Thunder Logic, apologies, and they've got to do it all here. They've got to play with time, and time is definitely not on their side. JoJo is out towards observation deck, and Shawniak is playing this slow and methodically. I think he knows where JoJo is, though, but it's a headshot from JoJo to put him to bed, and it is T. Connors who ends it with 3, 1-0 for Third Impact, and the start they were looking for to get back into this series.
Good start for Third Impact, winning their T-side pistol on Nuke. If they can have a very strong Nuke T-side, then they will be sitting pretty to take this map. I mean, it's not a map that you see teams usually have a very good T-side on. I think 6 rounds is about the best you usually hope for nowadays on Nuke. It's not the 12-3, 13-2 score lines that we used to see back in old, but it still is a very CT-sided map. More so than Overpass, I would say. And while we saw these two teams T-sides on Overpass, if it's anything like Nuke, we're going to be seeing a very long string of overtimes again as we wait for somebody to finally break the puzzle.
Pieces are in place in Anderson. He's got the corner piece, he's got the edge as well, and Anderson's put it all into motion. 2 kills, and the rest of his team, they've just got to put it in the middle. Sharky again with that deagle, body shot to JoJo, and down he goes. Thunder Logic, the force buy. It's so common on Modern Nuke. And it's worked wonders here, as they've already got a 4 versus 2. Dangerous. He's working towards Secret. Drops down. MP9 is met, though. There goes the bomb. T. Connors receives a dink as he jumps on over. And Shawniak knows his position, and he's got his number. 1-1 Thunder Logic. Tie it right back up at the start of number 2.
Great answer back from Thunder Logic. Just about as good as the start as Third Impact had. This is a better result for TL. They're able now to put Third Impact into a war of attrition where they can build a lead off of this win. They can get up to 3-1 despite losing that pistol round because of their force by win. Now they also have an AK and a glow to their name based off of those 2 frags. So right now, Third Impact are in a very rough spot. They can essentially lose out on the early portion of this half because of their anti-force buy not going their way. This is the prime spot for Thunder Logic to take control of this map and try and 2-0 Third Impact and move into the upper bracket final round.
12 HP for Ryan, though. Going towards A, though, and Sharky, he was the man that stepped up massively for Thunder Logic and Overpass. It's not a massive step this time, but it's a pretty big one. 3 kills, tries to spin for that 4th, but Dangerous has the bomb, and he's got an MP9. But here comes the cross. A Galil will be met. Takes down the MP9. He backs away alive. Heavily damaged, though. He tries to go for the other rifle. It's the scout, but instead, he's shut down. 2-1 for Thunder Logic, where that's a huge economic hit to them. And this is a round they have to win with all 5 or at least 4 alive here to keep their economy going.
It should be a round they can win with minimal casualties. I mean, it should be Glocks for Third Impact, maybe a P250 on Dangerous. Instead, it's going to be a nade on Insane, most likely to blow down the door out towards Squeaky, or throw it outside. I think it's going to be that Squeaky nade, though. Insane's going to run through. Anderson will meet it with a paled fire of bullets. JoJo dropping the nade. Shawniak has a Tech 9. Will go out of the burst fire of JoJo. So 1 casualty for Thunder Logic is all they shall receive. Anderson with the quad kill. Thunder Logic, though, they will grab their 3rd. They will keep their bank alive. But now here comes their first real test. The full AKs of Third Impact. No op for Shawniak. Actually, never mind. Op for Shawniak. That's why he had nothing but a Tech 9 in the last round. And something that Shawniak likes to do with that op, so he's just play out towards credit cards. You will often find Shawniak outside around the credit cards, maybe in garage, but usually at credit. And that's exactly where he's actually went to garage this time. So, it's going to be Anderson up close to T-Red, and Shaniak with two through the smoke! That is disgusting! He's looking for the third kill, but he's not going to be able to find it just yet, but he has done it. There it is, the third kill. And Shaniak shutting down the outside play of Third Impact. It's not like their smoke wall was bad either. That was just shot to the smoke, landing for Shaniak. And now JoJo has felt his teammates fall to the ground. His teammates have been obliterated and decimated. He has no op to counter, no life to counter now. It's a 4-1 start for Thunder Logic. And well, Sully, I'm starting to feel like Thunder Logic are controlling this match.
I hope it is that, because Third Impact, I don't want to see another overtime. I think I'm going to puke if we go to a third map. My voice is gone. I had to cast 2 best 3s yesterday, Boggs, and I am worn, let me tell you. That first map took the life out of me. So much action to unfold, and I'm glad it went in that fashion. This matchup, it's been intense, and it's been insane. I say that with the lack of a better word because, well, we've got 2 players named insane. Shots from Dangerous. Wants to take down Inshonik on that AWP. Isn't going to find much. As contact made from Brian 2K towards the ramp.
So much damage onto Inshaniak, and Brian is well down to about half. Definitely a good start for the Pistols, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for him to actually finish it. And Shaniak finally falls. It's JoJo his weapon of choice. Anderson traded out instantly. JoJo drops Sharky, and now it's a 4v2 in favor of Third Impact. And it seems to be starting all over again, Sully, where the Pistols are reigning supreme, and things are just going topsy-turvy. It's backwards day here in advanced playoffs.
Battles continue, and Third Impact have got an advantage. 2 versus 3 now. What can they find, though? And they've got an AK and a Galil. Weapons that are favorable in a situation like this, but they've got to do it diligently. Already, they're making that rotation, and Brian 2K's on this site. Where is Pure, though? He's outside getting intel, trying to feed back information to Brian to allow him some inkling as to where they're going to be coming from. They're playing this slow, though, Third Impact. 20 seconds left, and it really does come down to Brian's positioning. It's behind the silos. First player, Dangerous with a clean shot. Pierre's in a 1-on-3. He's made a fast rotation down the vent, and his first contestant, his second as well. It's going to be the M4 and the AWP. He swings the doors. He tries to make the adjustment, but Third Impact off of Pistols make it 4-2.
Well, it's deja vu back to Overpass, where we saw Third Impact win a pistol, lose the next round. Thunder Logic got a 4, 2-2, and Third Impact will try and do more with their guns. It's going to be a full buy for Thunder Logic, though. The op will not be in the hands of Inshaniak, however. It is in the hands of JoJo, but the side op is not usually as dangerous as a CP op, especially on a map like Nuke, which is kind of the anti-op map in a lot of situations. But JoJo's been flamed back already. Insane's harassing Brian out towards ramp room. He does have a fast rotation from Sharky if he needs it. But Anderson getting aggressive out Squeaky might be able to catch somebody off early on. T. Connor's not going to spot the push. Anderson won, not going to get the second. Trades will favor the team, but Pure is here as well. Takes a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough to take him down. And now, Thunder Logic are stabilizing here. They're finding their way back into this round. The aggression works out. And there's 3 on A. It's exactly where Third Impact are heading to hit.
Oh, Brian towards ramp. Are they doubling back, though? It kind of looks like they are. They're edging back towards Brian. He's got a huge part to play in this act. And here they come. One by one, they edge their way closer. Brian, a Molotov to back away. But he doesn't have a lot of room for air. There's a huge gap. They can spot him as he jumps down. And Brian, down goes 1, down goes 2. And Viz, a massive player on Overpass, has to be even bigger on Nuke in this 1 versus 3. A Molotov and a double flashbang is all he's got to work with. And now the smoke down gives him room for this bomb plant. Here's 2 drop down the vents, and that's a lot of intel game. But they're splitting it, and I think he knows he's towards the ramp. And Shaniak is playing with these doors. He's drawing his attention, and now he peeks out. 5-2, and that's expertly played coming out from Inshaniak.
Indeed it was. He ran distraction the entire time for his team, and even then still finished with the kill. Thought it was going to be the player on ramp to actually find the final frag on Viz, but no. Alas, it wasn't Shaniak just dancing around the double doors. Not doing a door stuck, but mimicking the sound and keeping Viz not only focused on that area, but also kind of annoying him with the squeak. You know, it's got to be, just open the door and push already, instead of just keep on tapping E and opening and closing the door. That scenario, though, that's like a no-win case for Viz. He used his Molotov, and after that, the rotations were so fast, he got caught in no man's land. He was stuck between two trenches and eventually fell to one hand or the other. Will be another full buy from Third Impact, though, so they have a Galil on Insane, which is a little bit less than they would like, especially with helmets on all 5 Thunder Logic players. But Shaniak has returned to the big green gun. He's out towards Heaven as well. He's not playing towards credit cards. He's not playing towards Unbreakable or Garage. He's playing a more passive outside cross angle. There's so much utility being thrown towards him as well. They're all going to funnel in towards him, but he's not going to be able to land his shots. It's insane on the Galil to open things up. And a lot's going to rest on Brian now. He goes for damage, but he does not take down Viz. So it's T. Connors to trade him out. Anderson lurking outside, though. One spots the bomb, does not get the kill. JoJo, though, will, as well as Sharky. And now, Anderson will tap his teammate down a little bit lower, but eliminate Insane instead. The bomb at the feet of the Thunder Logic players. And Sharky might be blind, still a chance for a kill here. Lineup is there. Anderson with the nade, Sharky with the frag. 6-2 for Thunder Logic as they look to put a finishing touch on what could already be a half-1 from them. It's going to be an eco from Third Impact. And then after that, they get 8 rounds. They've already won the half with plenty of room for more.
Yeah, and that's what Anderson... There's that play again. He's been really good at flanks. We saw it on Overpass. How many times he was as a T lurking around, trying to find something. Did it as a CT as well, and he does it there. He's not going to go for that first shot because he knows. He's like JoJo, or he's not. Apologies. He's like JoJo's coming towards you with that bomb. He's ready for it, and he's got full faith in his teammates that he get that kill. Thunder Logic, well played. He's going to drop the bomb in a perfect position where everybody's in rotation. Everybody can watch it. It's not the fact that he isn't confident in his shot. It's the fact that he wants to play this properly, right? He doesn't want all the stats. He wants to allow his teammates to have the bomb in a perfect position, give them a kill, allow them to play it properly, and now we see them on an eco. Dangerous has just got a deagle, and I don't think he's got much left. Good for his Anderson. Rightfully so, ends it with a 3K. 7-2 for Thunder Logic. In this first half, it's flawless so far from the side of the CTs. They just have to get maybe 3 or 4 more rounds, and boom, there's a solid CT half.
Oh, I mean, 3 rounds is 10, 4 rounds is 11. That's more than solid. I think they get 9 rounds and they're happy. Anything else is just bonus. At this point, it's just additional tacking on of score. This is the last stand, essentially, for Third Impact to stay alive in this half, too. They don't have a lot of money again. They failed to get their bomb back a lot of times. They're rushing out towards vents. The bomb is going down, but still, JoJo's going to go 1-for-1. And actually, Pure is going to shut down this push. The bomb might have descended the vents. It might be getting planted back silo, but it's a 4v2 retake for Thunder Logic to try and take this round again away from Third Impact. And it's definitely a likely retake, especially if Brian can open things up. He, in fact, falls, but T-Connors gets blindsided by Pure coming in through control. Insane is isolated. He is stuck behind the silo, firing out of control, but it's going to be the 4K for Pure. 2 on A and 2 on the retake B. That will get the 8th round on the board for Thunder Logic. Plant means a bye for Third Impact, but their chances in this series are dwindling with every single round they lose.
It's again that confidence. I hate bearing on it. Round 10, or was it 8-13. Sharky 1v3. It's that clutch that has sent Third Impact in a downward spiral. How many chances do they have over 10 bucks? 3, 4, 5, 6 chances to close it out, and not one of them went their way. And here we are, map 2, down 8-2. Mentality is gone. Emotions are flowing, and Anderson's aggressive. JoJo, first phase, he's gonna go down. Nothing he can do. Traded back towards the ramp, though, as Viz finds Brian 2K. The bomb site open, but now comes the response from Thunder Logic. They're on the site already. Molotov goes down. Sharky with an aggressive peek, but he's got 2 more to deal with, and he's dealt with one, but can't find that final one. It's a trade back, though, and a 2-1-1, and that's a risky solo swing from Pure. But how doesn't... Wait, was he through the smoke?
No, there's a little bit of a gap.
I was gonna say, I thought for sure that was a shot through the smoke, but nonetheless, 9-2 for Thunder Logic, and this is a sufficient half regardless of what happens.
That's what I love about the new update where they added the no scope, the blind kill.
Right?
because you can tell when stuff is through the smoke and not, or not. And I think that there was just enough of a gap over that smoke, or maybe he boosted up in decontamination somewhere around there where he was able to actually see over. I wish I would have seen it from Shaniak's point of view. But he definitely did have a bit of a chance to see over the smoke. It's a good shot nonetheless. The 9th round of the board for Thunder Logic as well. Third impact back on pistols too, and well, I think it's going to be a very close 2-0, 2-0, but the other factor is losing a map because of the fashion is detrimental to a team's mental state. Well, third impact, they've been decimated so far on Nuke. The rotations are coming in. 3 from ramp. 1 on site's going to have to be Sharky. But you know, all 4 are coming in through ramp? Are they going to yin-yang back up to A?
Third impact. They're loving it. They're going back up the stairwell. And look at this. Thunder Logic. 3 players have to go towards 7. No doubt about it. Pier will meet them with resistance. And that opt-out from Shani, it catches the player outside. Bomb though in the back and see Connors. Here's the swing. Bomb is going to go down, but he's exposed to the opt-out from Shani. And there's not much else they can do. Insane is going to falter as well. And it's double digits for Thunder Logic. Third impact yet to even reach 3, and we've got a 10-2 scoreline. This timeout could not have come at a better time. You're down 8 rounds. It definitely could have came earlier, but at least it's here. At least it's here. Earlier. Switchy, he's got to say some insane words to these guys. Down 8 rounds in your map pick. Third impact are by no means a bad T side, but this is not what we know them to be.
Switchy needs to deliver a Herb Brooks level speech before the game against the Soviet Union. He's got to tell them this is their time, and they have to get out there and take it. Because right now, Third Impact are giving it on a silver platter to Thunder Logic. Like, here, go ahead. We don't want this. You can go play RBG in the final. It's okay.
I mean, there's winter finals, and then there's grand finals.
But you come down to that best of 5 down a map. It's not a comfortable spot to be.
Yeah, Third Impact, I mean, you don't want to be down. Obviously, they didn't expect this to be easy. I said from the very get-go, this is one of the biggest blockades that they've encountered. And well, it's met with so much resistance. Pier standing on top of the flame. Look at this spray though. It's almost a triple, but it's only the single kill. There's damage done. Shaniak is trying to dance around the second events, but he's on low HP and there's nothing else. Sharky's got on the open by Insane. A little bit of a blunder to say the least. And now Brian 2K. No money. If I'm him, I'm saving, but he wants to go for it regardless of what happens.
And Shaniak has 11k. He can go for it.
Yeah.
Every gun he takes out of the hands of Third Impact is worth more than his life. But unfortunately for him, he can't take anything out of the hands of Third Impact. So they finally do get a round back after what seems like ages. And well, Sully, it's off of the back of a really good execute. They won their aim duels. They used their utility well. And there was no fear for Third Impact.
He's got that M4 like you said. And here come Third Impact, charging towards. What is that guy? Just running in, completely looking the wrong way. And Shaniak's given no time to adjust. And now Third Impact on the B bomb site. Quick peek from Pier. We've got a 2-1-3 now though, but the bomb, it'll go down here. And this is a really hard site to retake. Both of Thunder Logic players, Sharky and Anderson, going towards the ramp side. He needs to find a kill here now. It's Insane still below them in dark. And the first to go down is Sharky. A team kill in the mix, but it doesn't matter. 10-4 Third Impact. And this second half is gone by lightning quick.
Indeed, it has. Definitely a far contrast to what we saw on map number 1. Which was slow play for pretty much most of it, coming down into a giant flurry of contact in the last 40 seconds or so. This has been a much faster game. It's been a much faster set of rounds. And, well, Thunder Logic definitely looked to be getting another 10-5 half, unless they were able to win with the MP9s, the Hero Op, Glass Cannon Op of Inshaniak, a Deagle, and an M4, with basically no utility to speak of. Aside from those flashbangs, they have a Molotov 2 smokes. This should be a round for Third Impact, but if we learned anything from Overpass, what should happen actually probably doesn't anymore. I would like to give a shout out to Bendy Mando for dropping that stuff for us as well. Really appreciate the support. Also take a moment to follow that Twitch channel if you are enjoying this cast too, folks. That little heart button right below the video player. Really helps us out. Appreciate it.
fast play though. Third impact. Met by an M4. Well, I should say they were met by an M4. Whereas Viz puts to bed Anderson bed. Slings come in a blink of an eye, 3 kills happen. 10-5, third impact. It's not the best. It's not the worst. But it could definitely be a lot better. 10-5, Thunder Logic have the lead on the T side. This pistol round is everything for the side of third impact. They know it as well. A loss here gives Thunder Logic a chance at 13, and that is not a number you can allow them to get if you're not even on double digits.
Exactly. Third impact have a lot of work to do here. They can win pistol, win those next 2 rounds, and bring it to within 2. But if they do allow Thunder Logic to get those first 3, they're going to get a world of hurt, and it pretty much should be a Thunder Logic map at that point. The pistol round wasn't as important when the map was close. Well, actually, it was very important on the last map. What am I talking about? It was 10-5 halves. We've seen 10-5 halves on both maps now so far, so we have not seen anything besides the 10-5 half, the CT side winning 10 rounds. And that's kind of the antithesis of Advanced. You see so many teams in Advanced winning most of their rounds of the T side, and then here we come to this matchup, and apparently the T sides are non-existent.
See if this pistol round is non-existent from Thunder Logic's T side. They were really good on Overpass T side. I mean, to close it out, the way they were able to recover the third impact CT response, beautiful. But here comes the A play. Smoke out, a very standard setup. Nade is out, but third impact. They're lost. They're over towards ramp, and Thunder Logic have got this free bomb plant. They're rotating in slowly, and Jojo, P2K, it's in Shanek that wants to be aggressive. A risky peek indeed, but it's traded back out by Brian. It's all worth it, because now they don't have to worry about lobby. But here comes the player, flooding out the heavens. Connors, my god, he's got 2 shots. The trades, they just don't stop. There's a kit here as well, but it's on the flank. And Anderson, what an adjustment to Insane. It's a messy fight. No. Who gets the reload off? It's Anderson who doesn't. That is one hell of a messy round. There's leftovers all over the dinner table, and Thunder Logic unfortunately swept under the rug. It's 10-6, and that pistol round is absolutely necessary for third impact.
That was absolutely disgusting, though. And not in the cool way, like a great shot. That was hideous. Those fights, it was pistol spam, moused one. Third impact did win the round. Should they have won the round? That was the better question. And no, they probably shouldn't have. I'm surprised a timeout got called.
I mean, I would.
For who?
What?
Third impact?
So I don't know who called it. I assume they should have both called, to be honest. 2.tax in chat. That's a round that deserved a timeout. That is a round that well deserved a timeout, because that was one of the weirdest, messiest, and most sloppy rounds. But somehow we find ourselves with a P90, 3 kills, a deagle, and a scout. Obviously, JoJo's got it. He's got #1 kills in advance with a P90 alongside that AWP, so he's just as good with it. But it's 3 Galils to battle against. And third impact, a round you cannot falter in. And it's the firepower from Thunder Logic that really just overwhelm the side of third impact. And this is a map that gives way to these values. I mean, it's a map that requires minimal utility. But we look at one perspective and it's C Connors. The next thing you know, there are 2 kills on the board. Down go 2, and Insane looks for 3. He's got an extra dance around the heavens, and down goes Sharky. Pierre is at a 1 versus 4. He has the bomb, and he's just looking for a bomb plant in this case scenario, and I don't think he's going to get it. JoJo's here, hot on his heel, and it does look like Pierre has got nowhere left to run.
Indeed he doesn't. The P90 is hot on his heels, as well as those 2 MP9s. I think JoJo's just waiting for that plant to come through. I believe Dangerous, though, might be waiting for an A rotation, which is a potentiality. But Pure, he's just going to sit, wait on ramp. He has time. Not a lot of time, but he does have some of it. Oh, it's a good angle from Viz. A good flashbang, too, from his teammate. And Viz will get that eventual kill. Insane, though, trying to help out with the flashbang. Doesn't get any stats for it. But nonetheless, it's a 7th round, a critical 7th round for third impact. And a timeout now. I'm going to say this is definitely a Thunder Logic timeout. They need the timeout here. They need to slow things down and talk about things, as they don't want to relinquish their lead. They also look to be going for a half buy. Anderson, at the very least, will get a deagle in armor. Pura will buy to 1,500. Brian to 10k, or 1k rather. So, a very risky play from Thunder Logic, going for a bit more of an investment, but it might work. It might catch the SMGs off, and it could turn the tide back into the favor of Thunder Logic. It's a high risk, high reward play.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're kind of looking for damage. The money loss is going to be max after this, so they'll have enough to buy no matter what happens. But if you can pull rifles out of their hands with third impact, it's going to be hefty. A hefty price indeed. Viz has still got that MP Nano. G3. JoJo's got 3 as well, and JoJo's got a P90 as well. It does look like a clean sweep here from third impact. There's another bonus round up next. Thunder Logic. The buy, though, ready and prepared. It's weak. It's flabbergasted, but it's there at the least. They bought up the AKs, and Sharky, I think, might opt for Galil in favor of utility. That kind of makes the most sense here. But Brian 2K's got the 4th AK, and it's AKs across the board. No Molotovs, though. It's 1 HE, and I believe Sharky's going to use that for that squeaky door. But third impact, a great bonus round here, and they're so close to tying this one off.
Dane George, aggressive ramp, catches 1 for the smoke, 2 the bomb as well. The 3rd for Dane George, just walks to the sidearm, not able to take down Sharky, will double down himself, but Insane is there to bail out the rest of his teammates as Anderson sits around lurking outside as is his custom, wondering what the hell just happened to his teammates, as there are 6 dead bodies over towards Trophy Room.
They're trying to add more here, though, and Anderson wants to make it just more than 1. He doesn't want to be the sole one, and he's taking at least 1 fight. Anderson, down he goes. 9 to 10, third impact. 1 round away now, and Thunder Logic, it's got to be a savior. Sharky's bought up armor. It's got to be a deagle at most. And third impact, rifles out. JoJo's got an op, and it looks like this map is right back to being a nail-biter.
It is. The op for JoJo 2 will be taken outside. He'll be looking to open things up against the pistols. Has to be careful of getting overwhelmed, though, as does Insane in towards Mini. Brian's going to drop down. JoJo will spot him on credit cards. Insane, you gotta look, you gotta hear those calls. You gotta hear the footsteps. And he'll go down. That's an unfortunate occurrence. The bomb's getting planted down towards back silo on B as well. And it was a full outside split. Brian 2K will eliminate T. Connors out on A, and now while the health might be low for Thunder Logic, the round is in their favor. The op on a retake towards B site is not the easiest thing either. And with Dane Joris having to do the brunt of the work, this could come down to the fact that, oh, Johnny's in a great spot. Out towards Cubby, Dane Joris has 4 different players to deal with. 1, 2 though on the same spray. These last 2 players could fall to the sidearm, and solely Dane Joris might just do it. He taps away at Purer, drops the flashbang, and Shawniak is not able to take him down. The defuse comes through. It's 10 to 10. Dane Joris pulled off the impossible.
How does it even get that close, though? Thunder Logic. This is a game and a half, let me tell you. Op is out for Shawniak, and here's one of their chances to try and keep this in 2-0 contention. But what is this? It's a double op from Dane and JoJo. Prolific oppers and Insane. He's got the M4. He's got a dink already to Shawniak. Huge damage done early on, and Insane are having one hell of a game. Both the Insanes, but this time third impact have a much better stick, and Thunder Logic getting poked by it in the ribs. Third impact are just sitting back, relaxing, and a missed flashbang. Kind of already spelling out how this game has been, how it's starting to shape here for Thunder Logic. And we'll see if third impact can uphold this standard as Dane George already falls back to the garage door, and T. Connor's up close, pressed in the face. Is Anderson? What is that? 4x3 again, Anderson. Surely he saw him there. He had to have.
Is Anderson playing 800 by 600 black bars? I thought he looked straight at Insane. Or T. Connors, rather. Either way, though, this hit's going to come in on A. Fizz is dealt with. T. Connors has rotated the first fence, but Insane is outside that smoke. Sharky tries to clear. JoJo pops up and takes down another. Pure, though, and now the door is open. T. Connors has so much to do. We'll spam down on Shawniak and finish it up on the Purer. T. Connors head on a swivel. Turret-like aim, just swapping from one angle to another. Taking down 4 players on the site. His first kill, a little lucky, got caught swapping through his knife and through his gun. But after that, that was pure T. Connors' skill right there. And that's the kind of plays you come to expect from Tom, as he leads the server with 23 kills as well, Sully. He's on his way to a 30 bomb. We're at 11 to 10, and now Third Impact have finally regained the lead. Their double op setup has not been discovered either, as Davey George never fired a shot. Pure, though, through the fire, takes down one, gets traded out instantly. The rest of Thunder Logic are stalled behind the molly, but it's still a very dangerous spot. It's a 4v4.
Finding something though, Brian finds one back, but it's Jojo in the back of the site with the op. He's dancing amongst some. The dead are laying around before him, but he's adding more to that pile. Oh, the quick scope. So nearly. Thunder Logic have got this one. Dead to rights he is. Dangerous falters. 11 to 11, Boggs. Make a wish, because we're at a tied score once more.
Well, we said it was going to be close. The map pool of these two teams overlaps just about perfectly. Overpass is Thunder Logic's best map, it's Third Impact's second best map. Nuke is Thunder Logic's second best map, it's Third Impact's first best map. Mirage, about third place for both these two teams. It is about the ideal scenario if you are playing a best of 3 to get all 3 maps that you know how to play. The converse is, you have to be able to aim and be on point for those games. And right now, for the Third Impact domination, Thunder Logic are answering back. 2 for 1, most likely to come through as Sharky continues the hunt. The Molotov will keep Viz up on the A site. Oh, that's a good angle from Jojo, though. He's holding the rotation. Might just take down the bomb as well. The flick onto Anderson. Brian 2K mowed down after getting 1 kill. And up in control room isn't Shawniak. An op in a 1v3. No bomb. Time is on his side for now. But it's not a very likely scenario unless you can find an AK to use instead. Third Impact should not be facing. They should be hiding and biding their time. Since Shawniak continues to peek around, creep around, and peer, looking for an angle.
He's playing with the door, though. Jojo bringing him up right now. It's a late night booty call, and Jojo, he scored 12 to 11 for Third Impact. And what has happened here? Thunder Logic, they've been in this stage before. They've been down like this, and it was a lot worse. Is it written off just yet? Most certainly not. Thunder Logic, they've got to find and they've got to dig deep. Another buy. It's weak, and it's lackluster. It's nominal. 2 MAC-10s and 3 AKs again. If you want to go for those all-out aggressive play Boggs, you have to have flashbang. You've got to go fast. They allowed too much time for Third Impact to rotate, but now the money is lackluster for both of these teams, and this is a huge swing round for Third Impact and Thunder Logic.
Indeed it is. In fact, the buy is slightly better for Thunder Logic, despite losing the last round because they have more rifles. There's 3 SMGs for Third Impact, 2 for Thunder Logic, and the SMG of Anderson is just taking out the rifle of T. Connors. Anderson doubles down in defense, and Shawniak eliminates Viz. It's all falling apart again. Jojo gets caught out, trying to fall away, and Dane Doors in a 1v5 will not be able to pull off the impossible this time. He gets naded to oblivion. We're all knotted at 12 apiece. Make it 13 for Thunder Logic unless this forced by a round from Third Impact can go back to their way. Either way, though, the money will not be good for Third Impact unless they minimize their casualties. They are a double eco, though, so they will have to go for the full force buy. Dane Joris is on dual Berettas, which is an interesting choice against full buy like this, but we'll see if it can do some damage.
Dualies, I like it. Dane Joris, where is he taking it? The Wild West. The left side of the map in Thunder Logic. Slow but steady. And the horses neigh. Third Impact. Stand still and stagnant. There's not enough room in this map for 10 players, and it's got to dwindle down to 5. And Shawniak up top of the Marshmallow. There's early control that they've got to win. They've got to find something early on. Brian 2K pops open that door. Molotov on the receiving end is nobody, though. And a very slow tempoed round coming out from TL as Pierre Timeline's been written out now, and he's got an early tag on a JoJo. They're looking for more, though, and they're taking it outside dominantly. Is it the route? The smoke towards Garage makes me think it is, and Brian's still holding his nerve. Players approaching, and he's dealt with one. There down goes two, and he's evaded the rest of them. But what is that? Is that a wall bang from Insane? It's
Yes,
T. Connors that finds one, and now with 3-on-2, Sharky drops down the duel as the Wild Wild West factors out of it, and Insane is being hunted by the minute. The clock is running, and Insane has just got to stay alive here.
Well, he's going to get the first kill onto Sharky, but his health is far too low to realistically go for this 2v1. There's no kill on him as well, and Shaniak has rotated away from second vents all the way to hut entrance. It is that 13th round. Damage was dealt by third impact, but it was not enough for a round or even a saved rifle. Will be the 14th for Thunder Logic. I say this with utmost confidence, knowing the fact that I very well might have just jinxed the whole entire round. But it should be the 14th round. Unless it's raining cats and dogs outside.
Let me check my window.
It's currently cloudless where I am, but...
It's currently pitch black for me.
So no cats and dogs falling outside? That you can tell anyway?
Unfortunately, I can't see because it's so dark, but who knows? Maybe the next day I'll wake up and dogs are roaming the streets in masses. But I don't think we're going to see 13-13 box. It's a full save for third impact. It's like the round after the pistol. You either force or you save. And third impact, they're saving.
Well,
they cannot invest. They can't do much. See around it, though. Third Thunder Logic. I almost called them Third Logic. Jesus.
Third Logic Thunder Impact.
Imagine. When they merge the orgs. No, I don't know that. I have no idea if they're merging orgs. Great, now I make myself even more suspicious. I don't know that, but I do know this round is not going to go the way of the side of their impact. But as I say that, what has happened, Boggs? 3 players
What is
fall.
going on right now?
Oh, wake me up. Somebody slap me. Silly the nade from Shaniak. Thankfully, they've stabilized. No rifles picked up. And this round could have gone so horribly wrong.
No!
And oh my god. Oh my god. It's 4 HP.
I just about had a heart attack.
It's 4 HP, Boggs. It's 4 flipping HP.
Holy. Well, I guess it's not going to be raining cats and dogs, but it was almost raining my guts out on the floor.
Rabbit.
4 points of health. Separated third impact from a win with stock pistol. That cannot be allowed to happen if you're a Thunder Logic. And now your economy is not in the best of shape. T. Connors and JoJo find the first 2 picks of this round for third impact. More damage being done by JoJo. Not much damage more for JoJo. He does die in the end. His will answer back. Third impact, though. In a 4v2, we have seen them lose these plenty of times on overpass. But I think this one should be one they win. They're not overextending. This time they're holding their angles, learning from their past mistakes, trying to bring it back. They make it a 14-13. Viz in that smoke will eliminate Brian. 2K drop the nade as well onto it. Shaniak take him down by 10 points of health. Although the Oppa will go aggressive. The Oppa's not a multi-kill weapon. And while the no-scope might look cool, it's going to be the round for third impact. Nonetheless, a double op set up again for the TI. As it's going to be 1 on Dangerous, 1 on JoJo. Rifles on the rest. And Thunder Logic at the end of their bank slowly. They lose this round. It's 15-14. And we see third impact with yet another match point. Or map point, I should say.
And we know what happens when they get to that stage. Thunder Logic. It's the same setup for them. Win this round. Broken third impact. Broken. But look at these smokes. Horrific, but thankfully there's another there from Pure. Down the stairwell he goes, and this is a change of pace here for Thunder Logic. Not once have they ever sent a solo lurk down the secret stairwell, and it's Pure this time. Normally it could be Anderson. They've sent Pure himself. And Shaniak still lurking around the smoke with the op. You can't even see a dang thing. The squeaky door shut close. Out it pops open. Viz, first 7-4, swings around, gets the second, traded back finally. And down they go 1 by 1. And it really is up to Pure to try and create some havoc. He's lurked all the way down. They don't know where he is exactly. And now he's making this advanced position towards ramp. And he's got it all to do. And he's got to hope and Shaniak can keep himself alive.
He's also got to hope Dane Joris isn't watching his flank. Dane has to be aware of this possibility. But it seems that Dangerous is more content to just watch his angle outside. Oh, the timing!
Oh.
Dangerous! In the nick of time! Could have just saved this match for third impact. As Inshaniak was also in a great spot to shut things down. Insane has an MP9. I'm not surprised to see him go for something. Instead, it's T. Connors coming up from the top. No third op for third impact, which is a good move. The ops could definitely hinder them more than it would help when it comes to 3. But we're at yet another tie. And yet another impasse. Where... a 4 spy? No. This is gambling at all. They're betting the farm on this round. Thunder Logic have put it all on the table. Everything into this round, Sully. And if they lose it, it should be map number 3 upcoming. But Dangerous does not connect his first shot. His Molotov lands late, and he is getting overrun.
Oh shit, here we go again. Brian 2K's got one, and down goes the bomb. The spray is there, but it's not connected. And this is looking so damn strong. T. Connors, as long as he doesn't get a kill, Thunder Logic win. Third impact, though. Heavy investments towards that double door side, and we gotta see something happen. Magic's gotta be in the making as Anderson gets one, and it's Fizz. He's got one, he's spraying, he's looking, but it's a 3-on-1, and money's on the table, and they've hit green. It's 15-14, all 30 rounds, and Thunder Logic have got the lead.
They bet it all on red, Sully, and it ended on red. The blood of their enemies lies pooled at their feet. And now, it's third impact on the broken buy. No utility, 2 M4s, a FAMAS, a Desert Eagle, and an MP9. Thunder Logic, all the trimming and fixings. This is a round they should be winning. But then again, we saw what happened in the previous round.
Yep.
And anything apparently can happen.
Anything at all. Dane, he's got the play to make, but has he got the playbook in front of him? I think he does. Nice back. Oh, Dane. Oh, Dane. He's gone away already. He's gotten away with that kill. The cops are after him, but there's not enough evidence to convict him. He's backed away in the hill, in the safe haven of JoJo. He's got one, door closed. Overtime on the brink here, as down goes another, and it's up to Sharky and Insane and Shaniak. And they've got to do 5, and they've got to do it by themselves. 3 players towards observation deck, and Inshaniak isn't even with his teammate.
Well, Sully, we might be seeing another overtime. And I know that's exactly what your vocal cords want right now. And Shaniak, though, trying to give you a hand.
Oh.
Sharky will follow up with the kill on a Dangerous. It's now a 2v3. Fizz is rotating back through ramp. Insane and T. Connors are still in the area. Insane's actually in a really good angle, especially if he doesn't get cleared here, but he's looking the wrong way. This could be potential, and Shaniak too quick on the trigger. T. Connors has an MP9, but he's got a chance for both. One and the second. T. Connors has clutched it out. Dangerous did so much work on ramp, and now we're going to overtime again. Sully, we saw 3 on overpass. We're hitting overtime on nuke. If we go to Mirage, are we going to see more overtime there too? At this point, I would not be surprised. For all of you people that are staying up overnight with us, thank you. Hope you're enjoying this matchup. While we have a little lull on the action too, please do go ahead and follow that Twitch stream. We're giving a giveaway of a pair of Shadow Daggers once we reach 500 followers, and we're getting really close to that number too, so we might be doing that after this match concludes tonight or tomorrow morning, wherever you are, perhaps 12 hours down the line, depending on how long this goes.
All right. We got another overtime. It's not sitting well in my stomach. Let me say that. Let me say that. It's not sat well in me. And I'm hoping that this does not go more than 1 overtime. Let me say that. I'm praying that it does not go to more than 1 overtime, but I think we might honestly have more here. Like, what do you see this match? Surreal performance from Third Impact. Surreal performance from Thunder Logic. It looked done and dusted, but of course it just wasn't meant to be. It could not end in 2-0 fashion, and we've got to see more. 15-15, overtime number 1, and Thunder Logic, momentum lost, and Third Impact. They're right back in it. This is their CT side, and it's their map pick. They've got to hope. It is. Thunder Logic. The T side is where they start. Can they find two? Can they even find one is the real question. Again, it's down to who's got the better T side.
Who indeed has the better T side? And when both teams go 10-5, it's hard to tell. I feel like Third Impact might have a more consistent T side, where Thunder Logic win their T rounds because of gamble plays. But the thing is, too, we've seen Third Impact lose CT rounds because of gamble stacks. And if you're going to go for a gamble play, usually you do it on the T side. You don't normally go for CT gamble. So for Third Impact, they're going to have to roll their dice right, get lucky, or play a different style of Counter-Strike, a more structured style of Counter-Strike, or go for the gamble plays on T. I think Third Impact should go for a little more of an aggressive style against Thunder Logic CT. Something out like, say, ramp rush. Go for a ramp rush. Flash out ramp. Take that player down. Molly hell and hit B fast and hard. Get that bomb down and hold your sight for your life. Right now, they have to focus on the defense, Sully. They only have one op. It is in the hands of JoJo, and Shaniak will counter with his own big green. That's a pretty standard setup for Third Impact, how they have been playing so far. Par for the course here. 15-all. Overtime number 4 of the match, of the series. Overtime number 1 of Nuke.
Pierre's already worked his way out the door, however. He's got a spot viz. Quick recognition. 7 HP. He's alive, only barely standing. And while he stands, he's going to take one down. It's a question of how many more can he get. He's not even checked. They're not even looking. Pierre, last alive and last to go down. 16-15, Thunder Logic. They could not remove Viz from his position. And just like that, Third Impact find the opening of Overtime 1. And Thunder Logic stand still, and they stand stuck, as they need to find something on this T side, or else I'm afraid Third Impact might just close it out when they get all 3.
That would be a fear for Thunder Logic, too, is that Third Impact could theoretically close it out if they sweep the CT rounds. That's something that Third Impact have been really good on, is winning rounds against the guns of Thunder Logic. In fact, Thunder Logic have had more success against Third Impact on T rounds when they've had pistols. So right now, for Third Impact, they gotta be feeling kind of comfortable. They got their first round of overtime. They won their CT half. They got it to overtime. There's a huge gap in the smoke for JoJo. He spots it with a crossing. The bomb will go through as well. That's going to be a blip on his minimap. And now they're going to rotate down to the B site. The rotations from Third Impact are going to be there as well. It's going to be a 5v4 retake of the site. Although Shaniak is still outside and T. Connors might be damaged here. It's going to be T. Connors who wins that duel. And now there's no more op presence for Thunder Logic. There's no site control just yet either. Insane has just crossed the double doors. And he's tucked his way into Cubby. He's in a great defensible position. Brian 2K is waiting for a pounce. But Thunder Logic are lost. They look absolutely abandoned here, with no decision on where they need to go.
5 seconds. Brian's going for the spray. Insane. Tucked behind Dark. And it's a dark look here for Thunder Logic. Dane holding fast flick down to Pierre. Molotov forcing him away. But again, they haven't cleared Insane. And Brian's a 1-on-5. He's got the first. Can he find 2? Not even. Dane puts him in bed, tucks him and says a good night story. And there we've got it. 17-15, Third Impact. 1 round from a flawless, and Thunder Logic cannot allow that to happen. Not in the slightest. If we go 3 rounds, then I don't really see a world where Thunder Logic find it. We've got to find a way where Thunder Logic can make it. And Joe just got a Negev. It's a worthwhile tactic. It looks like a meme, but to be completely honest, he told me it's to stop players from crossing and keep them back to those Spade. Pierre caught looking the wrong way. His head is down, but he needs to look up. And Thunder Logic, heads are down low, and Third Impact stay high.
They are indeed, but there's still 4 players of Thunder Logic. While Pure has fallen, Brian, Sharky, Anderson, and of course Shaniak are still alive here. It's been Anderson and Shaniak for the most part, with Sharky and Pure showing up. Brian 2K at the bottom of the scoreboard, but not by much. Doors, though, gets caught blindsided by Anderson yet again. And now the hit will come down through B yet again. The rotations will be coming down the vents. The bomb plant will be coming through. Plant open for Anderson and the rest of his teammates. But still 4 players on this retake from Third Impact. Plenty of chances for them, plenty of opportunity. JoJo might be looking for a rifle to the off. Zodiac certainly is. The Sharky's going to take down 1 towards control. T. Connors answers it back. Anderson's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Decides to fight it towards Radio. Will take down 1 nades. A lot of damage. Anderson falls. Brian 2K now out towards ramp. Left side door. Gets smoked. Gets flashed. T. Connors eliminates Shawniak back silo. And now it's a 1v1. Flashbang goes out from Brian. T. Connors taps the bomb, but it's not the play. It's going to be a kill from Brian, and it'll keep this within 1 round. As Third Impact, they might have a lead, but they do not have it comfortably. And Thunder Logic can sweep this CT side and take this series 2-0.
Has to be flawless on the CT side, and both of these teams have had a very good CT halves. Third Impact just couldn't get all 3, and now Thunder Logic. Either they secure double overtime, or they close it out with 3. And boy, oh boy, it looks like a double overtime's on the cards. I hate to say it, but Thunder Logic, I don't know if they can close it out here. To be completely fair, it's been close, it's been hard, and Thunder Logic have got to do a little bit more to convince me. This matchup has been far too close, and Third Impact are hot in their heels. They are fired up, raring to go, and Thunder Logic, it all starts with this round. You shut them down here mentally, and you might find yourself 18.
You might find yourself at 19. There's a huge chance for Thunder Logic to win this map off of this half alone. But Third Impact will be doing whatever they can to deny. It's a double off setup for Thunder Logic. Brian 2K will pick up the secondary up. As JoJo will look for a pick out towards Squeaky. Smoke from Pure, though, will deny his vision. Oh, that's a good spam from Pure. That's a great spam from Pure. T. Connors down for the count. Anderson going aggressive now. Catches Viz looking the wrong way. And now it's 2 quick picks for Thunder Logic. The aggression, the untamed annihilation, the thirst for battle that Thunder Logic possess, coming in and just turning the tide again against Third Impact, where it seems like Third Impact have opportunities, but they're never able to really put it across the line because Thunder Logic come in with these crazy plays.
Oh, where are they going? Dangerous. Brian's here. He's got the bomb. What is he doing? Insane. They're playing split. This is so risky from Third Impact. If I'm Dangerous, I would have gone right up back to the vent. Once they goes down, Sharky's kept them apart. They're lovers. They're split. It's Romeo and Juliet. They're not meant to be. And down Insane goes Dangerous. How has the bomb plant gone down? There's no smoke, and he's been flushed out by the volley, burning in the flames. It's hell and Satan himself. Ryan 2K has got it on the op. 17-17. And Thunder Logic, it's flawless, Boggs. It doesn't get better than that, and that's what they're looking for. Mentally shut down Third Impact. Throw a blockade in front of them. Put the wall up. The bricks have been laid down, and Third Impact are trying to break through the brick wall, and nothing is budging.
Nothing indeed. Thunder Logic, a stalwart defense yet again. But Third Impact, they can open things up. I feel like if Third Impact try and go for a much slower play right now, after going for the fast B, they could have some success, not just huddling up in lobby, waiting for Thunder Logic to push, but instead getting control outside. Leave a couple players in lobby to wait for these aggressive pushes. The rest of the team work outside and make your decisions off of picks. You get a pick towards garage, maybe go a rotation around, but that's a pick for Shawniak, a huge one. That's the bomb spotted. T. Connors running, trying to find a kill here. Won't go 1-for-1, and Shawniak with the second is a 4v2. Make it a 4v1. JoJo in the 1v4. And I think it's going to be a 19-17 now for Thunder Logic as Third Impact have been shut out.
What the? JoJo?
JoJo, I appreciate the gumption, but
even when they're losing, JoJo's gotta be a little bit cheeky. But he's not done yet. JoJo, #1 in op kills in advance, has gotta find 3 more to add to that number. But it's a crossfire. He's volleyed out, and here to swing Anderson. JoJo's off the scope at the wrong moment. 18-17. Thunder Logic, 1 more round, and they've got it done in 2-0. Third Impact. If I know anything about this game, it's we don't see a quick and short end in overtime. But Third Impact, hopefully, it's this time.
For Thunder Logic, they would love nothing more than to make it to the winners finals. This is a team that got relegated from NBL last season. They would like to book their spot there again. And they are a round away from getting into the winners finals. But I believe it's Johnny X spots the boost. He's going to hit the flick. JoJo down for the count. Danger is low to 33 HP. Fizz has the op, but he is also getting flashed away towards T-Red. Nothing he can do right now. And third impact, they start this necessary round on the back foot as Thunder Logic just look the better team now. The aggression's working out well for them. Third impact have just looked a little soft. They've looked a little squishy, but T. Connors, he's standing up. He's taken out Brian 2K at the very least and brought it to a 4v4, but the trade is back. Sharky's eliminated Insane. This mini play with Anderson and Pure could be the entirety of this match on its head for third impact.
It's a wrap. Wait, Anderson, one, Viz, first the fall, it's now the second, and now we've got T. Connors in a 1-on-3. He's got the bomb, and it's not impossible. The man on a mission, he's got 35 kills, and he's got to tally it up to 38 without going to 25 deaths. He's working his way back towards A, and it's a death sentence here. Crossfire is being held, but if there's anybody to do it, it's got to be him. 7 seconds off the clock in that form. He cannot be ticked by that Molotov. Thankfully, it hasn't spread to his toes. And third impact, they already know. Everything is on the line. Upper bracket run, and they might go down even if they make the finals. Here, spotted him, and we end it. 2-0 sweep, 19-17. I can't even call it a sweep, I feel like. Too close of a match, and it's Thunder Logic. 2-0 fashion, but it should not have been like that. Too close on both maps, but we've got our victor. Third impact sent down to the lower bracket, and they will find themselves clawing back to the finals.
Sully, that is a closer matchup than you will see in most best of threes. Double or triple overtime on map 1, overtime on map 2. It does not get closer than that. The only way you get closer is if you have overtime on the third map too. What a performance from Thunder Logic. They were down and out on overpass, brought it back multiple times, thanks in insane part to Sharky. Sharky is my MVP for third impact, or for Thunder Logic right now. His plays on overpass are what even enabled Thunder Logic to win this series here on Nuke, and probably would enable them to even go into Nuke with confidence. Without Sharky, it's a 1-0 for third impact, and probably a pretty clean map for them on Nuke.
Well, Thunder Logic, we've witnessed the defeat of Third Impact, a team that every time we've casted them, they've been victorious, but this time, not meant to be. And finally, we've got a conclusion to the story that seemed to never end. 2-0 Thunder Logic, they advance to the upper bracket finals, where they meet RBG. The Titans of Advanced, battling it out, and there we have it. That wraps up this stream for tonight. Of course, if you did enjoy, make sure you drop a follow if you aren't already. Once we hit 500 followers, we've gained so many today, we will be giving out a pair of Shadow Daggers. We just reached 1K viewers, a milestone here at Ponage_TV. Drop a follow on the Twitch and drop a follow on Twitter. That is at Ponage_TV. And if you enjoyed the cast, which I surely hope you did, because it ended my voice box, and I know Boggs is sweating as well. Follow us on Twitter at BoggsCS and at SullyCaz. We hope you guys had a blast. We'll see you guys sometime soon for the next advanced matchup.